Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, European Thong Contest results tonight, live. So if you're interested in that, we're going to have to get some people on to show their thongs, and then we'll judge them. Right, Paul, how you doing, mate? Right, I'm just going to get the pop-out chat on. Right, see you, military, how you doing, mate? You right? Right, what did I want to do? Right, I'll be able to see you all properly in a minute. I'm just going to quickly go to pop-out chat, that's it. I'll let you know when I can see you. Alan, you right, mate? How are you? Right, pop-out chat. Yeah, I would do this before, but I can't really do it before, if that makes sense. CM said, I'm good, thanks. You done anything nice today, or just a relaxing day? Well, nothing particularly special. I went in the shed to I had to fix a mag light torch, and then I sharpened some tips on some darts on my little belt sander. While I was out there, I thought, sorry, I will sharpen, you can't really see it, the smash it, and then do some bottle cutting. So that's what I've been doing today. Right, Rich. Right, Zephyr Zapper, how are you? Right. So that people could join tonight if they want to. I'm not really fussed. And I'm going to be on till 12-ish, maybe a little bit longer. Byron, how you doing, mate? Breathe Fire, how you doing? Breathe Fire says, sup, Mike. I'm out in a minute to try and bag a rabbit. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I hope you get one. Right, Peter, how you doing, mate? Stug, you right? James, all right? No, I'm not married and I ain't got kids. Yeah. Stug said, laugh me ass off of that title. Well, I thought maybe it might trick people into coming on for the Eurovision Song Contest. Instead, it's the European Fun Contest tonight. Byron said, where did you get the smash? I made it. I made it from one of these. They cost about 12 quid, I think. Leather handled bill hook. I think they're about 8 quid. Great for making things. So I turned that into this. And that's the same leather, but obviously a new guard, reshaped handle, new pommel that I made. Yeah, the European Turd Contest, more like, isn't it? But I didn't think we'd want to vote for. I don't think we'd want to discuss the European Turd Contest. Right, Jed, how are you? I'm just going to blow my nose quickly. Right, back in a second. Oh, forgot I'm on here. Hang on. I don't need to. I can actually put something on, can't I? Right. Back in a second. If you ever wanted to support this channel, here's how. Byron said, looks good, like an actual smash it. Thank you. Yeah, I was really happy with it, actually. Yeah. Richard says, still not got any Adidas trousers. No, I don't know if I could go the whole hog, Rich. I reckon if I ever start wearing them, I'm fucked, because I don't think I'd stop wearing them. They look too comfortable to me. You know what this means, though, don't you? This only gets worn for one reason. James said, did you have any issues? Have you ever had any issues with authorities regarding your weapons? Yes and no. This house has probably been raided at least 6 times in 20 years, maybe 7. It's got to the stage I can't even remember now. but it's never been for weapons. But they always come up here, check the weapons, occasionally take some. But everything I own is totally legal anyway, and I never do anything that could get me in trouble with weapons. So, yeah, can't do fuck all, even if they do come here. You've got to keep, someone like me, because I've got too much to lose, I have to keep it legitimate. Paul said, Mike, there's a game due out this week, Biomutant. I'm pretty sure it's used one of your brass knuckles. You have to send me that. Yeah, that'd be fucking interesting. From a screenshot, I seen it's one of yours, buddy. You might have to message me that. Someone messaged me about that. Stug, can you message me about that? Say, don't forget to look up the Biomutant brass knuckles, because I forget. Kenny, yes, drinking, mate. Exactly. I wasn't gonna drink, but it got planted in my head, and then I had the urge for it. Lord Flashart, you're right, mate. He said, I feel Malta's thong could circumvent the island itself. That's me thick. I'll have to check that out. Stog said, looks like Mike won't be streaming on Twitch tomorrow. No, that's on Monday probably. Dad said, I thought you said last night you won't get a drink. I think the mistake, Zed, was mentioning drink. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it was, I wasn't going to drink, and then I sort of had the urge, and then I found out for once I genuinely don't have to do anything tomorrow. And I thought, well, fuck it, I'll make the most of it. Because the problem is, half the time when I drink, I have to get up still the next day. Sometimes I'm still drunk. Cook a fucking Sunday dinner. It's fucking hell. So tomorrow I ain't actually got to. So, yeah. So what's everyone been doing today then? I ain't started drinking yet, by the way, in case I seemed hyper. I'm just hyper, I suppose. Richard said, also the arming sword blade is going well. Started forging in the fuller. Oh, I can't wait, Rich. Can't fucking wait. Yeah. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Because you get something out of it, I get something out of it. And I'd much rather buy something like this off of you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't fucking wait. I'm already planning it out in my head. I'm probably going to do, I'm not 100% sure, but I might do, because I like the feel of it, I might do a leather stacked handle on it, because I've seen a couple of those arming swords with leather. The guard will be quite wide, maybe like that wide. I don't know. Traditional arming sword, maybe curving up slightly. Might make that out of quite thick, mild steel. Leather stacked handle that sort of tapers down. And I might make quite a fancy pommel. I'm not sure. Even if I do a disc pommel, I'm going to do it a bit fancy. Pete says thong. I like crotchless. Well, I'm waiting for the birds to come on, Peach. Show us their thongs, and then we can judge them. Because I can have 6. We can have 6 on tonight. So as the women start joining, we can start voting who's got the best thong. Thank you, Stag. I said thank you, didn't I? Zed said, didn't do too much, to be honest. Did watch a film called Hostiles, though. Quite a decent Western. I've not seen that. I do like a good Western, though. I'll tell you what I'm going to be watching tonight, because I'm not going out later. I'm just going to have a drink in here, watch a film, and then listen to some music. So when this live stream finishes, around about 12-ish, I said to my mum, message me at 11:45, letting me know what time you're going to bed. Because obviously, if she goes to bed at 12:30, I can stay until 12:30. The problem is, a lot of people might think, why has he got to go to bed when his mum tells him? It's not that. It's I make so much noise, I keep everyone awake. So I don't want to be a cunt and keep my poor old mum awake who can't hardly walk. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I'll be watching one of these later. Darren said, evening, WeaponCollector, how are you doing today? Did you win your poker game? No, I lost. I think there was about 7 of us. I came 4th, I think, which is not quite in the money. We do a first place, second place, third place. So had I won, I could have won. There was 35 quid in the pot, so you would have won 20 quid for winning, 10 quid for coming second, get your money back £5 if you come third. But I was like 4th or 5th, maybe. I definitely wasn't first out there. Lord Flashheart said, I want to get my hands on the R9RX khaki coloured one. Strip the adder down to transfer across with my multicam accessories. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good, that. £190 needed to sell some of the sites and stock. Yeah, get selling some. Wolf said, right, mate, how are you? Right, I'm just going to go on here. Hang on a minute. I want to put the slow mode on if I want to. That's better. Napoleon Dynamite's actually a really good film, isn't it? I like it. Lord Flashlight, great film. Richard said, you could get an offcut of mild steel round bar for the pommel. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm undecided at the minute, Rich. Also said, watching the new X-Files season. Bloody awesome. You know what? I ain't seen that for years, mate. Is it good? Yeah. Yeah, Ken, we play poker quite often. I can quite often come in the money or get my money back at least. Never come last. Like, I've never been the first one out. But yeah, my problem is I often get too pissed. And the other thing is I have to be the dealer because I'm the only one who can definitely, like, most of us can know when to deal and how to deal. There's a couple who don't know how to do it and ain't no good. So most of the time I do the dealing the whole game. CM said, been watching 2-sentence horror stories on Netflix. 2 cents, I'd assume. It wouldn't be 2 sentences, would it? It don't matter. Or maybe it is 2 sentences. Yeah, it wouldn't be cents, would it? Like a short horror related videos, each either murder or stuff like that. Sounds all right. It's Tactical Pirate. Oh, no, yeah, there he is. You're right, mate. Pete said, we'll be able to cast a pommel in the future. But don't time me. All right, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I'll forget about that, Pete. Yeah, but, well, if I ever, I got a feeling I'll probably do more of these swords. I might get you to do me some kind of animal's head, you know, like a wolf's head or something, or, you know, I don't know. There could be loads of things. Jaguar head would be quite nice. It's just getting it. Well, I suppose you just drill a hole straight through it, innit? Richard said you could go really fancy and do the same thing with brass round bar. Well, that's definitely, yeah, definitely an option, isn't it? But I'll be honest with you, Rich. I'll probably go all out on this. Make the most of it. It'll probably be my favourite sword. I don't miss no comments. I had a weird feeling I missed one. Said it like a wolf said, didn't I? Yeah, so I don't know, but I'll be watching one of those two later after this. As per usual, we can talk about anything you want. If people did want to join, there's a chance they can. Depends on what mood I'm in. Because, and who it is. No, you know, I don't mean that as an offence to anyone, but there are a couple of people who like to join who are fucking wind-up merchants, and sometimes if I'm not in the mood for that, you know. Pete said, just make sure it's not curved. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought, what a shame that would be, just to get a new sword. And yeah, and then you can't fucking keep it. But no, that should be all right. As you like say, that one would probably get lost. That's because there's slaps marks for not taking a week off, but I couldn't do it tonight. Sadly, tactical. Right, Brighto, how you doing? Not started yet. Maybe I won't. No, I'll have a month off next time. Just said you'll be pissed with nail and line might be the best choice. Yes, exactly. As you'll be pissed. Well, I was going to joke about having a drink every time they have a drink, but well, I think you can do that one. There's drinking games with nail and line, but drinking every time they drink. Now that would be, you know, depending on how much you're drinking at a time, you could do that. There's also a drinking game where you try to drink what they drink every time. But if you do that, it'll probably kill you because I think you'd be having over fuck knows 75 units in 2 hours time or something like that. It'd be a hell of a lot of booze anyway in 2 hours if you drank everything they drank. Because obviously that's over however long it is. It's not like 2 hours in their life. Doug said, I watched Army of the Dead. It was very good. Not sure if it's on Prime. No, do you know what No, it's not on Prime. I'll tell you why I was going to say that is because I went on Prime last night but it wasn't Prime. It was when you go on the PS4 and the thing before you go on and it shows you Netflix, all this fucking shit. Yeah, it was on there saying that. You're right, mate. I'm still waiting for all the birds to come on so we can start judging their thongs, but no one's shown up yet. Tactical said, have a drink every time someone asks, are those guns real? Yeah, exactly. Dad said a month off. I doubt you'd manage that somehow. We'll see. Wolf said, got the new Horizon RX coming next week. Nice one. Yeah, mine should be hopefully coming Monday. I don't know. They're not confirmed, but it's been ordered. It was ordered Thursday. Still reckon I can shoot the original Redback quicker though, because you have to reload after 5 shots. Well, exactly. Yeah, overall, you probably could. I've got a feeling, Wolf said, looking at them, I think what you're supposed to do with these ones is you load up multiple magazines like you would like a gun. So you can shoot your 5 bolts, take that magazine off, discard it, put another one in. I don't think it's like that, where it's like a fixed magazine where you load it in the top. I think you can actually load it up like you would like a gun with a magazine. I think that's quite a good concept. Probably better than what's actually being made now, if that's how it works. That's how I think it works. Nick Snar's right, mate. He said Army of the Dead is on Netflix. It's a Netflix film, so it probably won't be on Prime. That's it. CM said, are those guns real? I haven't put the mixer in yet, but just for you in case you've not seen it, yes, they are. How's your hands feeling, Londinium? You necking your hands out with that 270 pound, 280 pound thingies. No, I knew you was joking, CM. I hadn't put the bloody mixer in, so I ain't drinking that pure. I ain't in that mood yet. Londinium said, is this the thong footage we all came for? Yeah, this is probably the closest thing I've got to any thongs.
That's what we call diarrhea.
At least it's in the right area. Little Picker, you right, mate? Ian said, can you invent something dangerous to stop my wife nattering when I watch your channel? What you've got to do is get her involved. Get her involved. I'll give her a shout out if she wants one. Ian, that's what most people end up doing. Get them on here. Dundee said, yeah, I'll keep trying to do it, mate. I can't close that bastard. Now that looks fucking, yeah, that done off. In fact, I was looking at that thinking, well, you could probably make a crossbow out of that somehow. If it's, springs that fucking strong. So I was attempted to come on the stream. Where did I put my thong? You're banned. Fuck's sake. That said, Londinium, wait till he's had a few. He might be in for a horrible surprise. No, I've been at least twice today, so. Rolf said a thong would be the most lethal weapon in Mike's collection. You ain't ever going to see that, so that's one good thing. For fuck's sake. I do not own a thong, and I don't plan to. Cheers, everyone. I'm on the vodka and the water tonight. I've got a bit of that, but it's like shitty orange squash kind of stuff. And in all honesty, I can't stand that stuff. I think it's horrible. I'd actually rather drink. Sling thong would be good. I'd rather drink vodka and water than that. But I thought I'd get it just in if I could put a little bit in if I wasn't enjoying the vodka and the water. Tactical said, Mike, you, Wolf said, and myself deserve a Brian. Yeah, this is for me, Wolf said, and Tactical, because we're getting the red batch with the magazines on.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
I do love being able to do them things. I was hoping we'd get some nutters on and I could do this one.
What, are you retarded?
Very rarely get to use that. Richard said, how to go max reps with a 200-pound gripper. I managed 22 continuous before I failed. Oh, yeah, just in case people don't know what we're talking about. Londinium Armory got, I don't know what they're called. You know, the hand gripper strength things. But he got some extremely strong ones where they're not even the strongest ones you can get either. But they are 280 pounds to shut. Yeah. I was reading about them afterwards because he got the number. What did you get? The number 3, wasn't it, Aaron? I think the number 4 has only ever been shut by about 5 people, and one of them was one of the world's strongest men. So that's saying it there. Right, also, well, I like Polish pure vodka with some fresh juice. Oh, fresh juice is nice, mate. Yeah, this is that crappy concentrated stuff. That's what I've only got a little bit. Concentrated orange is disgusting. I think so, anyway. Touch with the right, Mike. I'm ready to send the link. I found my phone. You better wait till I've had a couple of these for that to happen. London said they're called Captains of Crust. That's it. Yeah. Picture. I hope I can do the 1.5s. What's the weight on the 1.5s? Interesting stuff, though. I didn't even know they were doing that powerful. But then, you know, it makes sense if people, you know, I suppose just like weights, you know, you can get very strong weights, very heavy weights. T2, how you doing, mate? You all right? So if you lot didn't see, because I don't know if you all saw, I put a video on cutting with the smash it. I was out in the shed doing a couple of things. I had to rivet the end of my mag light on, my homemade mag light. And then I'd snapped a load of tips off my darts, making holes in there, but because it's a hardwood board, I snapped them off. So I had to put the tips back on my darts, not my good darts. And then while I was out there, I thought, well, while I've got the little belt sander on and the mask and that, I might as well fucking sharpen that and have a cut. And just as I finished, it started pissing down the rain. It only lasted for about 2 minutes, so I managed to still do it. Nice one, Ian. Yeah. If you ever wanted some merchandise with that on, not just that, as t-shirts, everything. You want to get yourself a bit, Ian. London said the 1.5 not weak. They're still over £167. That's it. London said I saw the smash it cuts. Oh yeah, you commented on it, didn't you? You're saying you like the old black paint. It looks nice on that, doesn't it? I think it suits it. Ian said I love Joe Copper's beautiful tattoo. Give a shout out to Joe. So I suppose it'd be Joe Rutter then. Hello, Joe. How you doing? You better got to join in. Start watching. We can discuss anything you want, Joe. Sorry, Ian, I nearly missed that. Brighto said, are there any crossbows or bow power regulations in the UK? No, limits on crossbows at all. Peach, oh yeah, saw it a minute ago. Nice cuts. Thank you, Peach. Yeah, they weren't my best cuts, but they was good with that because that's quite a thick blade. My best cuts are always with something thin and not too wide. When you get wide blades, I notice you have to align them bastards perfectly. Although saying that, when I did that cutting with that cookery was thin though. My cookery I made was very thin. That was getting some lovely bloody cuts out of it. Londinium said, you are strong, Rich. I think you'll do it better than I did. Nick said, just Googled it, and the number 4 gripper is 165 kilograms, and the Strongman Magnus Samuelson Competing in the World's Strongest Man for more than a decade. That's it. That's exactly what I read. Yeah, that's it. So that's saying it. If the number 4 has only ever been shut by, I think it's only like 5 people have ever shut the number 4 one. You know, the number 3's not going to be, you know, it's going to be a tough thing to do. I've never done any of them grip training things. Brother said, quite nice crossbow lawyer. In Poland, it's a lot worse. As I said, sometimes we need a license for crossbows. I think that will happen one day, Brighto. And if it does, I'll have to get one. I hope it don't, though. But obviously, if it does, you know, having to get a license is better than losing them altogether, isn't it? So that said, don't use that gripper too much, lads. You'll crush your knob next wank. Londonian said those people shut it under old rules. Now I think one person holds the number 1. The new rules are harder. Yeah, that's saying it, isn't it? Holds the number 4, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Magnus. I remember Magnus Samuelsson from the World's Strongest Men stuff. Yeah, I remember him. A Welsh bloke's the only person to do it. Yeah. Yes, that's, you know, that says how strong they are. Well, also, I've never tried grip training. I can deadlift 500 pounds for 5 reps. Does that count? Yeah, I've never done it. Yeah. I used to do weights years and years and years ago, but I can't actually remember any of the weights I used to be able to lift now. It wasn't nothing special, but it was probably quite heavy for someone my size, if that makes sense. At the time. But I have no idea now. A funny story about doing weights, though, is when I used to do weights, I used to have a book where I would write down the weight, write down like R or L, LA, left arm, right arm, whatever, and then however many it was. One of the times we got raided by the police, they took that book and they thought it was some kind of coded messages. I said to them, that's just my fucking weights I've been doing. Fucking dicks. Right, I said I'll be off in a few minutes. I have 8th grade exams in 3 days. Well, I hope you go good with your exams, mate. I hope that goes well. Yeah, cheers for joining in, and see you later if you're off. Nick said I used to watch World's Strongest Man every year with my dad. Loved the days of Mariusz Pudzianowski. Right, yeah, he was amazing, wasn't he? I remember him, Nick. Yeah, he was fucking out. Yeah, that was some of the sort of peak sort of days, wasn't it? Yeah, he was good. He was, and he went into MMA for a bit, didn't he? London said, Rich, that's not far off the number 3 then. You should go for it and get certified. Only 270 people have been certified to close number 3. Well, there you go. 270. That's nothing. That's nothing, isn't it? Rich said, I stopped training with them as they were making my forearm too bulky. The front rack position in the clean and jerk. Tax would never mind grip training. I dare you not to take a $5 from my hand. How about Scottish? Fuck's sake. Richard turned in a pop, I just say. Oh, that is hilarious because he has got, not Richard, but Popeye. He's got no muscle here, and his forearms are like big as your fucking flies. Oh, God. Gabriel, show us your thong. Get your thong out. Come on. Get your thong out. See you later, Brighto. Take care, mate. Krylon, right, mate? I looked up a little video going. I'll just do it myself. Just as easy. Nick said Marius first competed in, I think, 2000, 2001 when he was 24. And even then he looked like he'd been inflated. He was good though, wasn't he? Yeah. I don't watch it so much now. I think purely because I can never find it when it's on. But it always used to be near New Year's Eve time, not New Year's, New Year, the New Year. It was on around about that kind of time, and you could always find it. Now, it never seems to be like whenever they're showing it on the telly, it always seems to be the past years, not the new one. and it's hard to find it. It's always changing channels. I used to love watching the Welsh Strongman, and I'd watch the whole thing. Wolf said, "Deadlifts are king. You can pull a 175-pound crossbow over and over like nothing." But yeah, because it's a very similar thing, isn't it? Wolf said, yeah. Richard said, "To give you an example, my forearms are smaller now, but they are still 15 inches around, not pumped." Yeah, that's bigger than some people's biceps, isn't it? That's it. Old sailors were like that with all the rope work. They did, but not quite like Popeye. Yeah, Popeye's a bit, well, cartoonish. Nick said it's on the same sort of time now, but they record it so far in advance that you always know the results what comes out. And Liam said, "I don't think I've measured my forearms. I was going to get a tape measure out then." I'm going to get a tape measure out just to see. Right, mine are 14. Well, actually, probably less than that. Well, it all depends where I have my arm. About 12. I'm tensed. Then my fucking forearms aren't particularly big. I'm just curious. Yeah, don't forget you can support the channel. And if you do support the channel by buying me a coffee on coffee.com, I've got a special little video I can play for you. So actually, yeah, you're saying that, Londonian, arm out like that and arm out like that was quite a difference. My arm like that was 2 inches smaller than like that. Dad said, "Mike, we all know you're happy with the length." Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, that does make a difference. Like that and like that. Completely different. That was 2 inches difference. Send a bit of support. But if you send a bit of support, because last night, Object History supported me, and I didn't see it. I would have said thank you, but I didn't notice it. Don't be ashamed to say, "Mike, I've just sent you a donation." If in a couple of minutes I don't mention it. OG said, "Skywatch, said I put my phone on. When does this contest start?" It starts as soon as you join in the video and show us it, but do we want to see it? I've got mine on. Yeah, I ain't been up to a lot today. It's all right day though, but yeah, the best thing I did today was did a bit of bottle cutting. I was disappointed. I cut one of them bottles. I cut one of the big bottles, and it fucking fell down on the second cut. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not wasting that. I'm just going to fill it back up with water, put it on, because without the watering, you can't really cut them. That's all I've done today. Watched a bit of Game of Thrones last night. No spoilers, please. I won't tell you where I am in it, but I'm not that far through, so no spoilers. Pat said, "Mike, I do have to shave my ass. Do I have to shave my ass for the Thong Contest?" Please don't count my zits. It depends. You don't have to. Some people can choose to. Some people can leave it if they want. Can you imagine that though? Someone's hairy old a bloke's hairy ass with a thong on and seeing hair like poking between. Fuck's sake, I've got too much of a vivid imagination. I'm seeing all that now. Dan, how you doing, mate? You right? I'm all right. Still deaf as fuck though, which is annoying, but that's probably going to take ages. E-Honda, you right, mate? And he said, "What the fuck is a European thong?" I was talking about this earlier. Have you ever heard of the European Song Contest? Because I was saying to my mum, I bet most Americans don't even know what the European Song Contest is. There's a thing called the European Song Contest, and this is my little play on it. It's actually called the Eurovision Song Contest, saying that. Josh, well, I imagined it. Thanks. That's the horrors of having a vivid imagination. You describe something to me, and I fucking see it. Yeah, it's a bit of a jokey, Hundred. Like most people don't watch it, and it's become like just a weird sort of people watch it to take the piss out of it. And it's a song contest of all the countries in Europe. They put a song into the contest, and then the countries vote who wins. Yeah, Eurovision. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Oh, you do know that then? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was calling it the European Song Contest. Little Picker said, "Would you mind if I don't imagine a bloke's hairy ass with a thong on?" I'll give you permission to not. Don't do it. Richard said, "I knew my grip was fairly strong. I know someone who could deadlift 250 kilograms raw, no training. My grip strength was higher than his." Oh, gee, said, "Are you saying someone might lose by butt hair?" Well, no. Well, I don't know. It's judged by the public. So, you know what I mean? Some people might be connoisseurs of the hairy butt crack. Some people might like the butt crack. I am turning into American now. That's because of the kids, because I have a habit of trying not to swear around them. So you end up saying things like butt, where I'd normally say ass. Tad said, "What's some comedy show last night?" Did Eurovision? Nice. Stan said, "Eurovision used to be good, but it's gone a bit downhill, to be honest." Dan said, "Drink it straight like a Russian." Maybe later. I start doing that the longer I go on, because I start drinking the booze, and then I'll have a little bit left, and I'll think, is that actual pure or is that mixed? And half the time, it's the shot I've put on it, I forgot. And he said, "My arms are only 13 inches stretched out. Clothes, they're just over 15. SOS Power's on. You all right, Sam? How you doing, mate?" And he said, "My first night in my new house feels weird, but beer house." Oh, congratulations, mate. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I don't know if you saw my message the other day. I mentioned about if you was are you coming back on YouTube eventually? I don't know what's been going on in private, but yeah, that's good to see you. You're all right. And yeah, well, I know you commented recently, but I know you haven't been on for a year, have you? I think so. We're measuring penis size. Gas comes. What the hell I come on to? Well, I must admit it's a bit strange. We're talking about hairy asses in thongs, and now we're measuring things. Fuck's sake. Where am I? Dan said, "What have you been up to lately, buddy?" Not a lot, really. Just YouTube stuff. Not much, really, Dan. Been playing. I've been playing and streaming Resident Evil 3. That's quite good. But yeah, no, not really been up to much. It's been a bit of a sort of nothingy week for me. Little Picker said, "Eurovision Song Contest. Basically, all European countries all compete annually to see who can produce the worst song ever. They really fucked it up after 1974 and invented ABBA." Dan said, "WeaponCollector, how much you charge for crossbow arrows?" Do you mean like my broadhead ones? If you mean these, if you mean those, they are. It will sound a lot, but it's actually cheap if you go elsewhere. I can say you're 3 for 12 quid. Put it this way, if you tried to buy these anywhere else, they would cost you 7 quid each without the postage added. I'll sell you them for £3.50 each, so half price. So 3 for 12 quid, 6 for £22.50. As I say, that sounds a lot, but that's actually half price of what you could get them anywhere else. London says, "Not a good stream about hairy asses, thongs, and penis contests." Harry said to Sam, "Long time watcher and subscriber. It's been a year since your last video." And SOS Power said, "I'll be back." Yes, it's just that I find it hard to focus on many things at once. I've been up to my eyeballs with stuff to take care of. That's all right. Well, yeah, it's good to know you will be back, because I had wondered. I mean, I imagine quite a few people had wondered. Yeah, it's good to see you on, though, mate. So what's your new place like then? How far are you into it? You like done? Are you like set up, or are you still moving in? London said that's half price, not expensive. Exactly. It sounds a lot if you don't know what they really cost. But yeah, mine are half price and probably better. And if you want them, here's my email. So anyone who wants them bolts, I've got shitloads of them right now ready. Email me there because I'm a bit skint at the minute, so I'd appreciate the I'd appreciate it. Appreciate the business. Quickly write that down. Actually, is there a Nightbot thing for my email so someone could copy and paste it? Gascon said I'll win them all. Right. But yeah, those bolts, I specifically made these because of how expensive they are to buy. Fuck that. And as I say, mine are probably better because the tips are different on the ones they sell. You know, most people sell. And the fact that £7 each for a bolt, that's fucking horrendous for a pistol bolt. I almost didn't even want to do these 350, but as I say, that's still half price. So that said, Mike, I have a couple of those Torp bolts. They're bigger than the normal bolts, so it looks like normal ones can't be modded. I've already thought about it. What I'll do, I reckon I could do it. What I will do, Tactical, is... So this is what you mean, don't you? Hang on. So that's the Torp bolts. That's the ones that we want to be able to shoot. What I'll do, heat this up, take that out, get some of these or the cheap plastic ones, put it on a drill, cut it to the right length, because obviously that, you see what I mean? That would need to be up there. So get a cheap bolt, take it off, or even use these. Cut it, put it in a drill, taper it down so it'll fit in the back of one of these. I think it won't be easy, but I reckon I could make some and sell them. Wolf says, yeah, Rich, it makes sense, mate. Grip is definitely different strength style to pulls. I need chalk on my hands for deads, so my grip may be weak. Tactical said, Mike, I have a couple. Oh, yeah, I read that. Sam said, I got my keys April the 1st, but I only just moved in. Brand new house, 2 bedrooms, but in the country with great views and a great garden. That sounds excellent. Sounds excellent. And he said, you get nothing with a new house, not even carpets and flooring. Yeah, bloody, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do then, isn't there? Oh, thank you, CM. That genuinely massively means a lot to me because my actual income is purely through YouTube. And I do swear to God, I think some people don't believe that when I say it, but it actually is. I'm in a weird situation where if I try to get sort of benefits, it won't really work out for me. Yeah, well, I don't want to anyway. I don't need benefits. Luckily, in the situation where I don't really, you know what I mean? I ain't got no money, but you know, I probably should though. So thank you, I appreciate it. Anyone who joins Patreon, if you join Patreon, you'll probably get eventually. I don't do stuff on Patreon. I use the money purely for YouTube, and I don't add extra stuff on there. But if I ever sell stuff, or if I do raffles, all of the people on Patreon will get free entries, and you'll get the first option at things. Yeah, you know what I mean then, Tactical. Yeah, you could just cut them down, put them in the back of them. And I could probably still do, might be able to still sell them for like £2 each. I'll have to look at it. I think them bolts are all right. They're not as good. They're not really as good, but it's better than nothing. They're not terrible bolts. Josh said, I've been hand sharpening this fucking sword all day and buying a fucking belt sander. Was that you, Josh? Oh, yeah, you mentioned last night, didn't you? I did a bit of knife sharpening. A little cheap belt sander does help, though. Dan said, how much do you charge WeaponCollector for crossbow arrows sets you sell? I just went over all that, Darren. Didn't you hear me? So, Darren, 3 will cost you £12. 6 will cost you £22.50. But they got a proper hardened steel broadhead tip on them. Nick said they really try to force you to get a job when you're on benefits these days. The stories I've heard from people are ridiculous. Yeah, that's partly why it wouldn't work for me, because partly why I don't work is because I have to do, I have to do the stuff around the house. And if I was made to do a job, I could get a job tomorrow, but it wouldn't work out for my household then. If I got a job, someone else would have to stop their job. That person would probably not be able to run their car then. That same person can't walk more, well, they actually can't walk at all without the aid of a walker. So they need their car. So it actually works out for me to stay at home. And they can still, because it's my mum can still actually work if she can drive to work and then just sit down. But yeah. Just said I've seen a few streams where you can pay to highlight comment. It's easy for your audience. I directly support you. Sadly, Josh, I can't do that. The best I can do is this. Yeah, I've been demonetized, so I'm not allowed to do that. I can do this thing though. I'll put a little link on. This will explain it. So the super chat, it's been disabled for me. But if you put in !support in the chat, a link will come up for coffee.com. You just click. In fact, I'll even show you the video for that. Yeah, look. So this is how you can support me very easily. Back in 30 seconds. I might as well play it. It's easier to do that than explain it after time. Mantalis from Lithuania. How are you? You right? Yeah, sadly, Josh, I can't do the fucking super chat. I'd love to. Doug said, the only problem with donating through YouTube is they take a good percentage of your donation. There's that as well. Yeah. PayPal, coffee.com, they don't take nothing at all. PayPal still do, though. But if you donated a tenner, I'd still get that £9.40 out of it. Peter said, it sounds like you're a carer. That's a job all of itself. Essentially, I am, in a way, Peter. Yeah, I am. I'm sort of an unpaid carer, in a way. Yes, Flazzy, you know what that means, though, don't you? If I've got this on, it means one thing only. I don't know if you know. Dan said, as my friend used to say about the Welsh, strong in their arms but thick in their head. Darren, did you hear what I said about the bolts though? But if the easiest thing to do, if you want bolts off of me, send me an email. WeaponCollector1@AOL.co.uk. Just saying about bolts, and I'll just send you a message saying the price list basically. Jeremiah Shine, you're right, mate. He said, where are all the white women? As they're not on tonight. Nick said, with you being a carer, can you not get carers allowance? It's a weird thing. I'm not quite a carer enough for it to count, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm going to let Jeremiah come back, Zed. I don't think he meant anything bad by that. I think he was just joking. And he is a regular. Not on the live streams, but he's a regular commenter. I don't think he meant anything by that. I think that was just a sort of joke. CM said, will my name come up on the book? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. If you want, yes. Well, I say if you want. Yeah, of course it will. You may have to remind me, though, because that whole thing needs updating, because there's loads of names on there. Ain't even on there. No. Jeremiah says 4:30 here, Indy 500 tomorrow. Nice one. I've never watched that. Is that the I can't remember what you call it, but it's a car race thing, isn't it? It's all right, Jeremiah. I think I was just taken the wrong way. I knew you didn't mean anything by that. Tactical said, I think Nell has let the side down tonight. We could have had a mod Thong last night. Yes, I know. There's no women on at all tonight. No women on. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're watching the Eurovision Song Contest. Who knows? Nick said, maybe you can start writing donators' names on a whiteboard behind you. Like ladies on Twitch. Well, that's what that is, really. That's all the, if you watch that, all of the people who support me, their names come up on there. I don't know if the mods need that. The mods have already got a little blue tick. Don't want it going over, I don't want their heads getting too big. Joking. But yeah, that's sort of what that is. They are WC supporters. And then the names will come up of people who have supported me over the years. It was supposed to be Patreon supporters, but it's a little bit of everything now because there are other people who supported me massively. Who aren't actually thingies. You know what I mean? Mods. Oh, what? Not Patreon supporters. I can't think what I'm on about now. Darren said, I've got a great TV show for you. It's on Amazon. It's called Ideal with Johnny Vegas. Yeah. I might start buying some of them. Yeah. Richard, Mike, how long was that iron sword blade I did a while back? I was thinking it's 6 or 7 inches longer than that would be a nice. Weirdly enough, Rich, I was thinking about that earlier. Exactly that. I was thinking, how long was that? And I think you're right. Yeah. Little bit longer than that, absolutely perfect. Yeah, I reckon that'd do it, Rich. My Liam said, Mike does Twitch bath streams with a side boob. Exactly. Tactical Pirate was just mentioning yesterday how he's still got some of the bath water from one of them streams. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect, Rich. Yeah. But yeah, that's what. Is it still going through the names? Or is it paused? Yeah, some of them, like Simon. Simon supports me he used to send me bolts and that. And if I could sell enough for him, he would send me a bit of money. But there are quite a few names on there that need changing and adding. I ought to add. I'm gonna have to add the words "your mother" on there soon. That's the best 20 quid I ever spent. I would. Did I ever show you what I bought? I bet I probably can't show you on here. But who's ever heard of Belle Delphine? She's the one who sells her bathwater. Well, Peach shared something about some of the stuff she sells, and I thought, sod it. I'm gonna have a look on there, see how much some of the stuff costs, and I'll buy something as a joke. Because I've never actually even watched a video of hers, I don't think. And these came up for about $7. So these are Belle Delphine trading cards. They're not actually rude, but I'll be careful showing it because I once showed something on a live stream that YouTube assumed was rude and it fucking wasn't. And I'm not on a live stream, on a normal video. I don't like five. You get like five cards in there, and that's supposed to be a lipstick. Wolf says here, who the fuck is Belle Delphine? I think they describe her as a fot. she's a Twitch fot. I know all the lingo. Jeremiah said, yeah, make more choose your own adventures. I do want to do that eventually. Richard said, girl in small pools and skimpy clothes, not Mike. Fuck's sake. Sam said, oh no, here we go. Belle Delphine, she just, I'll be honest with you, Wilson, I don't really know much about her myself. We joke about her on the Twitch streams. And she's just one of these birds. I don't know if she does actual porn or not, but I know she does like suggestive stuff because you can't do that kind of stuff on Twitch anyway. But she was literally getting people buying her bathwater. She's selling bathwater. Daxel said, Rich, I honestly only heard about them the other day. The Mighty Jingles was on about it, and they get away with it. Oh, hang on. Yeah, what was Rich saying? I missed something there. Or was it to Londinium? That's all I get recommended on Twitch. I don't know why. Twitch Fot. That's a good one, mate. Accurate too. It is. That hoe over there. Stag said, yeah, she does porn. I can confirm. Lol. But I'll be honest, I don't really know a lot about it. I bought those cards as a laugh because I thought we would find it funny on the Twitch streams, and I have shown them a couple of times. But you can never, you have to be very careful on here with the weird shit that they'll do you for. As I said, not do you for, you know what I mean? But I once showed the cover of a porn magazine that literally didn't show anything because it's the cover, and the video got took down. It didn't show anything because a porn cover isn't going to have porn on it, is it? Rita said, you shared the link to our shop on Liam's streams, I think I remember. The little smirk Liam gave when he saw the link. Probably one of his members' ones. CM says she has made 50k on OnlyFans in a month. Getting one of them. I'm going to set up an OnlyFans soon. Fuck's sake. Darren said, I love vodka in a pint glass on its own. Get yourself a WeaponCollector pint glass. Down a pint of vodka for a video. Yeah. It's a shame they put so much postage on them pint glasses. But I just googled Belle Delphine. She appears to be either completely insane or very, very smart. This is a pint glass. I just happen to have massive hands and I'm about 12 foot tall. I ain't even half that size. Little Pixel, I wonder if YouTube would censor the Playboy with Marge on the cover. Probably. If some cunt fucking reported it, it'd probably ban you. Pathetic, isn't it? Risa, to be honest, she's probably going to lose most of her fans once she stopped looking 15. It's a joke. No, but that's true, though. That's probably true. Yeah. Exactly. By then, though, she'll be sorted. That's tactical said Starg. How many tissues would you rate her? Fuck's sake. But yeah, I'll be honest because I would tell you if I knew a lot about Belle Delphine, I would actually tell you, but I actually don't. Yeah, it came up in conversations about the bathwater stuff, about making money on videos. We often go on about on Twitch because on Twitch I can get. It's not that I can get away with more. It's just I ain't got so much to lose on there. You know, I've only got 200 followers on there, and you know, well, I don't know. Twitch let you get away with a bit more anyway than YouTube do. Yeah, sounds like I'm trying to justify it now, don't it? I should have shut up ages ago. Don't help that no one was talking, so I was trying to fill the quiet. Well, said fair play to her. I say, yeah, exactly, clever girl, exactly. That's it. If people want to pay for that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Why not? And people do. That's the thing. Why can't we have something? Why can't we have a pair of tits we can show? You imagine if blokes went on there with like a fucking I don't know what you'd call it, like a budgie smugglers hanging over the edge of a pole. A load of women. Yeah, it's 20 quid. Liam said, I wish I could make money selling dirty water. Exactly. That's it. Ah, nice one. I've got 21 now, have I, Josh? I actually don't know how many I've got on there, but I ain't got a lot. That's where check out this link. I bet that actually goes somewhere. I'm actually going to Google that. I bet that'll actually go somewhere. Oh, no, it didn't. Thank God. Well, I just say, you never know. They say if you can think it up on the internet, it exists. Well, yeah, I suppose that said London try a privatised sperm bank. Snug said, anyone want to buy my bathwater? It's limited edition. Risky, he said, hello, Weapon Collector. What do you think about the current political situation in this country at the moment? I don't know, mate. Sad, we don't really do a lot of politics on here. We try to keep it light. Yeah, I don't know. That's gone. Not everyone knows about we don't really do the politics talk on here. Flazy said, kind of in and out of the stream, shooting some rats at the same time. Nice one. Landinium said, can you actually make money selling sperm? I ain't got a clue, mate. But I think you actually can, can't you? I do think them, yeah, sperm banks do pay you, I think. I don't know how much, though. Wolf said, you're more of a grape smuggler than a budgie smuggler, Mike. Fuck's sake. I'm thinking of the other way around. You made me think of piles now with grapes. Grapes hanging. There's all this thong talk. Grapes hanging around a thong. Do I have a girlfriend or a wife? No, no one knows. Oh, it's gone quiet again. I didn't put slow mode on, have I? Josh said, I searched the Weapon Collector on Twitch app. Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be Weapon Collector, not don't put in the Weapon Collector. Risky's definitely going to get banned in a minute. Not by me, but you don't want to be calling out the mods. Where am I? Twitch wanted. Someone put in exclamation mark Twitch. Oh, he has. Right. Who was it? Josh. Look down below, just under Tactical Pirate, says Nightbot. Want to chat on weekday evenings, Monday to Thursday? They are. It's just Weapon Collector. So Twitch TV Weapon Collector. That's in London. In my boat, I'd not cry my eyes out thinking of all the money I've wasted over the years. Flazzy said a Risky is going to get banned. That's what I thought. And he has now. Not down to me, though. But that's the last thing you want to do. Start calling out the mods. Yeah, you imagine all that. I might be a millionaire by now, Tactical. Yeah, there you go, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, if you just search Weapon Collector, it'll come up. But yeah, that link, click that link. Yeah, this is probably too late now. Here's a little message for people joining. But I would actually, I don't mind the sort of weird, it depends what degree people are being, bizarre. But it'd probably be easy just to come on and have a laugh with us. You know what I mean? But you certainly don't want to start calling out the mods. That never works. Yeah, so Twitch, I normally do Monday to Thursday, but it's hard. I don't know what time that says. It's not 10, it's 10:30 now. 10:30 till 12. I'm going to have to change that. 10:30 till 12 now. And I found 2 hours. Well, starting at 10, it meant I had to stop everything too early. Nah, that's all good, Zed. And, I always give you full, the mods. I wouldn't make people mods unless I was going to let them, to do their job and do it to their own, what do you call it? Full reign of your own, you know what I mean? I can't think of the word at the minute. But yeah, that's the last thing you want to start doing. Tatswood, get yourself on camera, Rich. You have tons of knowledge to share. Yeah, you should get back on the camera, Rich. It's up to you though if you ain't really in the mood for it anymore, but or whatever it is. What's everyone's plans for tomorrow? I'm hoping to have a nice lay-in tomorrow. Gone all quiet, so I'm quickly look at my phone. Joshua might have found it. If you're on the app, you can just search WeaponCollector. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Follow that, and then so Tactical Pirate, Rich, Peach, Stug, and others, weapons and stuff not free, are on there most evenings. We just similar to this. It's just I'm playing a game. That's all. Peach said, "Good night. Hope you get lots of thongs. Got work tomorrow. Good night, Peach. See you later, mate." Then Liam says, resting his hands and trying to crush that bastard Cripper again. Well, the good thing is, though, even if you can't do it now, you can work your way up to it, can't you? So I bet, I don't know how long it'll take, but I bet that won't take you that long. I bet by the end of the year, you'll be closing that fucker and going on to the next one. Pete said, go to sleep all day tomorrow, then have fish and chips and go back to bed. Don't blame you, mate. That sounds perfect. I'm sorry, I was ordering some Belle Delphine bathwater. For that's sake. I don't think I've even put the slow mode on either, have I? It's all good. It's just if there's ever quiet bits, it's because I've run out of things to say. And everyone's being quiet. So I'm going to stuff my face with a huge breakfast and do a few things before a huge lunch and watch a film or two, maybe. That sounds just as good. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm definitely going to have a lie-in, though. But I have a fucking habit of I wake up reasonably early when I've been drinking, and the issue is I keep waking up and I'm still drunk. And that's not a good thing if you want to, if you're trying to have a normal life. Yeah. Rich said, maybe another stream chat. I do plan to come on when I get the Eastern Sword made and sing Abu Hassan from Popeye. Liam said, I got the number 3 halfway closed. I think drinking 2 beers helped me forget how weak I am. Don't say that. Thing is, that ain't true. You ain't weak. So. Little Pickerton, I don't plan Sundays. They just happen. Do you lot have the weird thing that you always find Sundays always feel the same? And they always feel a little bit fucking sort of weird and shit. I don't know what it is about Sundays. Do you feel that? I always find Sundays feel like crap. I don't know if it's because you think you've got that weird thing of the next day's work. Or, I don't know. I always have a weird thing about Sundays. They just feel like weird fucking days. I am weak compared to the beast who can close these grippers. Well, that probably makes 99% of the country then. CM said, every day feels the same to me. You should have said every day feels like Sunday, and then that'd be a Smith song. Or is that Morrissey? I can never remember if that's a Smith song or a Morrissey song. Morrissey sings it, though. But he said, yeah, totally agree about Sunday. It's not my favourite day at all. Tatum said, no, Mike, every day since lockdown 2020. Oh, yeah. But even then, I still feel Sundays feel different, even though every day feels the same during lockdown. I 100% agree with you that. Tactical. Sunday, I suppose, because for me though, Sundays are certain. Sunday, I get not forced, but I have to do shit I don't want to do. Because Sundays are crap. I can't go shopping anywhere but Tesco's. Maybe that's it, because everyone suddenly is at home now, aren't they? Sunday. A lot of them are preparing for work the next day. Fladsy said, when you work 7 days a week, 365 Sundays don't bother you. Well, there you go. Don't you ever have a rest, Fladsy? Fuck's sake. Dad said, oh, by the way, go on to Bedtime Stories. They have the thing that the Brotherhood of Wolf is based on. The Beast of something French. I can't remember. All right. So, do you want or someone like Stug who can message me on someone who can message me on Twitter, because he can just do it in like 2 seconds. Stug, do you think you could remind me of that as well? The problem is this shit just when I'm drinking, I'll never remember it. I'd already completely forgot about that knuckle duster till I saw it on my phone a second ago. Irishman, how you doing, mate? Little Picker said every day is like Sunday was Moz's first solo single. That's it. I can never remember if that's a Smiths one or Morris on his own. Cheers, mate. Richard said, also, the people who can close the 3.5 CFC gripper, most of them are 22 stone men who trained for it. Peter said, I could be in a coma for a decade, and if I woke up on a Sunday, I'd know it. I think so. I've also said, Yazzie says, hi. She's next to me, invading my space. Hello, Yazzie. How you doing? You all right? Keep shooting that horizontal red back like it's nothing. I love that. I love watching you cock that fucking crossbow, showing all the blokes up. Timbo said, hi, all. I work shifts, so Sundays are just another day. All right, Timbo, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I bet it is just another day to you then, isn't it? Dave, you all right, mate? And it's a totally different topic. Why do you think the US are admitting to UFOs exist? Are they getting ready for COVID frame probing? I don't know. We mentioned UFOs a little bit last night. I ain't got a clue, in all honesty, mate. I ain't got a fucking clue. And then he said, Mike, I'm going to go eat some Chinese. I need some extra protein. See you later, mate. If you're back on, I should be on until at least 12. Tactical said hello to Yazzie from us nutters. Little Picker said, I still associate Sundays with having to go to church, even though I stopped when I was 7. Church was awful, just awful. I've never had to go to church, weddings and funerals and christenings, that's it. See you later, Londonian. Take care. We'll be on for a bit if you come back later. Zed said, I think it might be Gooverden or something like that. All right, mate, thank you. Yeah. Well, if someone, or if not Zed, you can email me if you want. And I'll give that a go. I didn't know that was the Brotherhood of the Wolf, based on like a real, well, not real thing, that's a real thing, but you know what I mean. Gone quiet again. Right. Just in case everyone doesn't know, after 11 o'clock, no more food talk, please. CM said my McDonald's ran out of meat because of the vegan protest. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's going on at the minute, isn't it? McDonald's apologising. Why are they apologising? Not their fucking fault. Zed said it is strange that they're admitting UFOs. That's with only 26 watching your thongs out, everyone. Oh no, it's a shame, isn't it? You know what I meant to call this? Eurovision. Fuck, I can't talk now. European Thong Contest live from Area 51 bunker, but I forgot. Is my face all red? Am I getting that weird thing that the Chinese get where they get red when they drink? I am quite hot though, so I've got 2 t-shirts on, so it's probably that. Little Picker said the US have never denied that UFOs exist. Objects which fly cannot be identified obviously exist. The Pentagon has confirmed that certain video footage is genuine. They have not commented on the possible contents of those videos. It's planes and geese, by the way. Also said, hey Mike, can you explain for Yazzie why you have a sheet over your weapons? All right. Yeah, I'll tell you, Yazzie, what it is. On YouTube made a new rule where you can't handle firearms, but I have a habit of picking mine up off the wall. I'll show you a little video in a minute. So what I did, I printed out a banner of exactly what my stuff is underneath. It just stops me getting in trouble, basically. Here's a little video showing you. Yeah, look. Yeah, it's to stop me getting in trouble, because what happens is you can have them in the background. You're not the rule is you're not allowed to hold a gun on a live stream, which I've noticed Slingshot Warrior keeps doing, and he'll end up getting chopped off. But yeah, it helps me to cover them up because I get this thing where I completely forget and I go over and get one. So at least I cover them up. It originally wasn't for that. I think I bought that's not why I got the banners made originally. But it was just perfect, yeah. But yeah, that's what that is, Yazzie. Tactical said you got your beer face, as we call it. I think I have. CM said never seen anything about UFOs yet, but I'm sure it's a cover story for something. Timbo said anyone remember the goodies during the European Thong Contest? No, but I do know about the goodies. I bet there's quite a lot of people who don't know the goodies, but the goodies are quite often on the radio, on Radio 4 Extra. I've still got that bloody banner going, haven't I? Don't forget to like the stream. Irishman said, I'm not thong ready. I need to get I need to raise my cheeks. Well, we was talking about that earlier. Hair is allowed. It's just you don't know who's going to vote for hair and who's going to vote against hair. You know, it's the connoisseur. You may be a connoisseur of the hair, there may be a connoisseur of the bald spotty ass. You know, you'll never know what the judge is like at this point. Also, I remember the funky gibbon. That's it. Fuck's sake. But it's all after Giant Kitten episode. I don't know a lot about the goodies other than they're on the radio occasionally. Tactical Timbo, I remember them doing Eki Thump and the Giant Dougal. Zed said, Tactical Pirate Beer Face. Vodka chops more like it in Mike's case. I tell you what, though, as soon as I start drinking, I get a headache as well. But the booze soon takes over the headache anyway. So that don't last long. You shouldn't forget about that. Irishman said, I always vote for hair. As I was saying about the grapes, some people might be connoisseurs of the piles. Who knows? I just set the judges up and they just run with it, basically. Going way too far now. Josh said, got to run. Have a great stream, everyone. Shout out to Dark Sword Armory. It's a pain to sharpen, but it's an amazing blade. Nice one, mate. Cheers, Josh. Take care, mate. See you later. I'll tell you what I'm going to do quickly. See if we can get a couple more views. How the fuck would I do this? Can't remember. I'm going to share this live stream on Facebook quickly. You may get a bit of feedback in a second. I'll mute it quickly. If I ever get to the fucking video. Right, I'll be back in a second. I better hear you properly in a second. Might as well. There might be some people come over to watch. Right, it's not bloody coming up. That's annoying. Right, it's not bloody coming up. That's annoying. That's weird. It won't come up. That's annoying. If I come back over here, will that still load? All right, I'm back. I remember as a kid watching the goodies. One of them was in a rowing boat trying to tow Britain outside the 3 mile limit. Oh, hello, Vladimir. Is that the same Vladimir who goes on Liam's streams? Little Picker said to Timbo, I had a frank conversation with my mother when I was 7, along the lines of, how do we know that God exists? We don't. It's faith. Why do I have to go to church then? You don't. Also said, when I see the washing in our house, Mila's and Yazzy's thong look like fucking fishing line. I don't know how they can wear them. Fuck's sake. Right, Giles. Thank you. I'm an inspiration. That's good. Cheers, mate. I'm going to shut that. There's no point. I was going to share it to Facebook, but it's not working. I was actually banned from a local beach for wearing a thong. I know, back to front. Fuck's sake. Little Picker said, I was thereafter left alone in the house on Sundays when my atheist elder brother went to the pub. Sometimes he didn't take the keys to the box. He locked his porn in. I was a very nosy child. Oh, God. Right, Lucas, how you doing, mate? So I said, Wolf said, I'm almost surprised women don't slice themselves in half when they bend over. What's wearing those things? Oh, fuck's sake. I made the mistake of leaving my... In fact, I've actually still got my box that used to be full of porn as a teenager. Right, see, just there, when I was a teenager, that box used to be absolutely full to about there with porno magazines. This used to be in the days when that's all you could get. Most of them was probably found in the woods. And I remember having two girls round here in this room, because this is, this has been at one point my teenage years room. And I went to they was round here, I was like, I'm going to have a bath. So I had a bath. When I came back, they was sat on the fucking, not that sofa, but the sofa, all my porno magazines out. Going for it. Wolf said they would make a great replacement crossbow string if you twist them. Fuck's sake. That's the worst thing is a thong. The worst thing is a thong and see-through leggings on a bird. I need to visit Weight Watchers. Giles said, you making any more swords? Yes, I am. Yeah. I've got just there. I've actually got two. There's one there. See that there? That's a weed slasher ready to make into a sword. Thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you enjoy my interesting stories. That said tactical. In that case, it probably isn't a thong. I could just find a pair of pants. Couldn't find a pair of pants big enough. So, what have I started? Yeah, see, if you don't watch these streams this often, they're not normally like this. I'm not normally drunk. Normally, there's a couple more women on. But yeah, I think you're probably the only one on as far as I'm aware, Gazzy. Ambitious Sloth said, was you ever into pirate radio stations? Not really. We did have a local one that we would occasionally listen to from the local town. And I did know the people who did it. But that's never really been massively my music, if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know why, but I still associate Sundays with going to church. I think that's a natural thing, though. I think that's a natural thing. I should associate it with gazing at wonder and bewilderment at ladies with no clothes on. Except shoes. Still don't understand why they always wore shoes. Oh, God. Who knows? Who knows? Jarl said, wicked. I'd love to make a saber or a rapier. And he's drunk as well. Nice. Nice. Little pigs of panties is an inherently creepy word. All right, now I have to stick my finger up my nose quickly. I keep having nosebleeds, and my nose felt like it was running then. I have to check. I sat there the other day and it just started pissing out. It was the day after doing the doing this. So I suspect it was probably just dust. I'd been doing a lot of sanding with this and I didn't wear a really good mask. I reckon dust had irritated my nose. But I get that sometimes. It'll just feel like my nose is running. I go like that and it's fucking bleeding. And then it'll, especially when you're drinking, it's fucking hard to stop them when you're drinking. Yeah, there's a lot of weird words that are just strange. Am I on the show? But Nico, I earn about 20 quid a month. I don't think I could afford that shit. Doctor Who, hello Doctor Who, female or male? He or she said, I can imagine someone breaking into a house, then regretting it. Little pickers, it's your finger, it's your nose. within your rights. I just thought a bit of one. I don't want to stand there, looking like I'm picking my nose. Timbo said, if you're getting nosebleeds, get high blood pressure. I'll have to do that. I have had it checked, and it's always been good, Timbo. But yeah, funny me, my mum said that. But I think I'll be honest with you, I've had nosebleeds, like regular nosebleeds. I say regular, every couple of, no more than 6 months at a time. But anyway, all my life, even as a kid, I used to get random nosebleeds. So it might just be I've got like a sensitive inner nose, you know what I mean? But yeah, that you're not the first person to mention that, Timber. I think I mentioned this before. My neighbour kept having her underwear stolen from washing line. What she said she'd do to the culprit frightened me so much I nearly shat her panties. That's amazing. But yeah, every time I've ever had my blood pressure taken, they've always said it was perfectly fine. The doctor even does that whole thing of saying, "Oh bloody hell, you got better blood pressure than me." But yeah, it is worth getting checked, isn't it? Can you buy home things that do that? Save me fucking about. But the funny thing is, it was the day after doing that sanding. So I suspect it might have been that. But also, it's quite often the same nostril and the same part of my nose. So I don't know if there's like some weak bit there. Peter said, I used to have nosebleeds a lot and found out I had high blood pressure. Went on pills and had fewer nosebleeds. Yeah, I say regular. Like I had one 2 days ago. The nosebleed I had before was about 2 or 3 months ago. But that's still quite regular, isn't it? If it comes back again, I'll go to doctors. Or I'll ring up the doctors and talk to them anyway. Looks like too much cocaine. If it was that, well, I don't know if I'd admit it anyway, but it ain't. I used to get that from doing I'd always be doing that. Itchy nose all the time. I used to get accused of that. Do I look like someone who could afford cocaine? Tactical said, you're middle-aged now. Welcome to ouch. Oh, fuck. What the fuck was that? Well, I suppose Tactical, yeah. I'm already feeling it in my shoulder. Fladsy said, you can buy home kits. I got one. A doctor's surgery is up a hill. So you're fucked by the time you get there. Blood pressure is always high. Yeah, my doctor's a cunt now. It's down a very steep hill. Yeah. Because I had a girlfriend who was really creeped out by the words panties and chunks. When she told me, I immediately coined the phrase panty chunks. I used it to wind her up. We weren't together long. Fuck's sake. Rich said, Mike, you've seen Playing with Weapons Slingshot Crossbow video. I haven't watched it yet. Saw it. Any good? It does look. I do like his stuff. He does some decent stuff, don't he? No, I've seen it. I haven't watched it. Archery said, what should you do if your nose goes on strike? Pick it. Fuck's sake. Nico said, Mike, slingshot, lead, or 11mm steel? Oh, I don't know that. Whatever I get my hands on, in all honesty. I don't know. I'm not much of a user of slingshot, so I couldn't really tell you, in all honesty. I ain't going to pretend I've got any authority on that. Giles said, doctors can be quacks. I'd be careful. Yeah, I'll just ring them up and say I'll get nosebleeds, and they'll tell me one way or the other, or they'll say come and get checked for your blood pressure. You know what I mean? Richard said, looked like I had a fair bit of power for a DIY crossbow. Nice one. Yeah, I've seen it on there, Rich. I haven't watched it yet because it was quite long, wasn't it? And I have to be in the mood for certain videos by certain people. Yeah, some people I'll watch a long video. I'll look forward to watching long videos of theirs. Others, you know what I mean? That's not a slight on anyone, but, you know. I said, watched it today. Could have made the trigger a bit more simple. What did they... Well, I'll watch it. Yeah. fuck's sake, the time goes so quick when I'm doing these live streams and having a drink. That's a next door shouting again. So if I go off suddenly, I was here all night. All right, yeah. That's that of you. Like, you lot better remember that. He was typing all night long. So I won't be able to remember. There's a little picker. I used to know a girl who hated the word lovely. After she watched the film Frenzy. Which one's Frenzy? Can't know if I've seen that. Oh, it's a Hitchcock. I thought that was a Hitchcock film. I don't know if I've seen that. It's weird, the words that people don't like, though. Yeah, here's a topic for you then. What are some of the words that you lot don't like? For some reason, I don't know why, I don't know where it even came from. I don't like the word polyp. Polyp. I don't know. It just don't sound pleasant. Polyp. It's the weirdest fucking one ever. Made myself laugh, admitting that out loud. That's the reason most of the drunk live streams have to be deleted as soon as they're finished. Tax said, I once had a girlfriend. I once lost a girlfriend because after sex she asked what I was feeling. Cocky me said, tired. Oops. Fuck's sake. Regularly. So what? That's your word. Oh, because it's hard to say. I get you, mate. Yeah. Zed said the one of the necktie murderer, Michael Caine. Good night, Yazzie. Have a good sleep. It was good having you on for a bit. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Has it got Michael Caine dressing up as a woman at any time? Spoiler alert. Community. It's strange, isn't it? It's weird, the words that people don't like. And I said, that's like saying, when I say polyp, I don't know why I don't like the word polyp, but if I ever heard that said, like on the telly, I just fucking don't like it. Everyone's saying no night, Yazzie. Flazzy said, I fucking hate the word frolicking. Nobody fucking frolics. It's weird, isn't it? I'm glad I asked that question because I knew the answers would be weird as fuck because they're very relevant. They're very relevant. They're only relevant, sorry, to the person who doesn't like it. Oh, it's not that. Do you know what film I'm on about there, Zed? There is a film where that happens. Oh, by the way, luckily for you lot, I won't be remembering any of these words. So if I ever do say them at any other time, it's not on purpose. Yeah, it could be. I'll tell you what I think. Zed said maybe it's because it's close to polyp. I think polyp, why I don't like it, is because as soon as I say the word polyp, I imagine a dirty, hanging, disgusting growth in part of your body. And I think that's what it is. As soon as the words are said, I think about it as what it is, what a polyp is. And I just picture some disgusting hanging piece of flesh in your, in part of your body that you don't want it to be. I don't know. Little Picker said, I don't like the way Americans say drug instead of, dragged, and dove instead of dived. That's a weird one. I don't mind the word dove. Oh, yeah, dove, not dove, sorry. When pronounced correctly, it's a bird. But otherwise, it's not a word. Peter said chillaxing. Yeah, chillaxing. No, I don't like that. That's a weird one. Yeah. Reaching out again. Yeah, reaching out, chillaxing are weird fucking words. No, both of them are sort of unnecessary in a way. Wolf said, chillax, Peter. Fuck's sake. Oh, your favourite word is diplodocus. Yeah. Favourite words. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've got a I'm so snuck in sense. I don't know if I've got a favourite word. It's a hard one. I've never knowingly think I have a favourite word. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre though, isn't it? But I can totally understand things like chillaxing and reaching out. Sputum. Sputum is not a pleasant word either, is it? Yeah, because again, you picture it straight away what it is. Peter said, Wolf said, I'm going to track you down. And he's after you now, Wolf said. There you've done. That's what I hate when people say grinded instead of ground. Illiterate bastards. Daniel said, is tense though, little picker. Flazzy. I ain't reading that out. I snuck into the house past tense. I sneaked into the house present tense. Oh, I understand what you mean there. Flazzy said, my favourite word is pneumon ultra micro. It's fucking gone. Microscopic Selvovocanaconeus. There you go. And I'm drunk. It's where you get volcanic ash from in your lungs. Yeah, that don't sound pleasant. I can see, yeah, quite a few different sort of words put together there. I don't like when people refer to ladies' vag as twat or twat. Yeah, twat. Yeah, twat. Saying A is a fucking twat. Yeah, or a twat. Yeah, but yeah, calling a lady's. Yeah, calling a vagina a twat. Yeah, that just don't. I've always thought that sounds quite vulgar. I get you there. It don't bother me if someone says it, but I do think that sounds a bit. He's joking anyway. Just call it a quim like everyone else. That's just as bad. Fucking hell. Good job. I'm glad Yazzy's gone to bed now. Fucking disgrace. You lot are making me look. Dave said, my favourite word is cunt. It must be going to say it all the time. Thong contest. Yep, you got to get your thongs out right. Also, I know people who say Skellington. Yeah, Skellington and Chimbley. Chimbley. Skellington and Chimbley. I found a Skellington in my Chimbley. That said, remove that. Removed how boring that was. Post, fuck's sake, ban me said. I read that backwards. That's a very strange conversation tonight, but this is how I like it when we just got a weird random crap. It's more fun for an evening laugh, isn't it? Than getting all fucking serious and you know what I mean. Favourite words, you know, we all do love swear words. You gotta love a good swear word. I'll admit, I wouldn't say cunt is my favourite word. I like a film that has, or a TV show that has the word cunt in just once. Because the problem is you can overuse a word and then it sort of loses all its power and shock value if you say it too much. You know what I mean? I like Hardcore Henry's classic one. At one point in it, one of Shelter's Copley's characters says, I can't remember the person's name now, but he stands outside the thing and says, blah, 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 blah's a cunt. And it's sort of, you don't expect it. And it makes it better. You know what I mean? Because if you say cunt all the way through it, it loses its surprise. Ryan said, what's the contest? There isn't really a contest. It's because of it's the Eurovision Song Contest. Nico said, meet an Aussie, bro. The Australians are in the Eurovision Song Contest tonight. I pick it, actual is a word I've become fond of abusing lately. As in, what the actual fuck are you talking about? Flazzy's a Scunthorpe, one of the few places in Britain with a swear word in its name. Yeah, it is. I never noticed that. Scunthorpe. Nah, it's just that I'm just having a joke on the Eurovision Song Contest thing, Ryan. Sanctimonious shit. But yeah, I do like the word cunt if it's used in its you know, not too much. I think it loses all its power when you say it constantly. What's the cunting contest? Right, is that vodka or is that water? I'm gonna have to just see. Not water, is it mixed? I mean, you'll know by the look on my face. I reckon that was sat down the bottom of that then. Thanks for laughing my fucking ass off. Next door just banged on the wall, told me to shut up. I've got headphones on. I'm not talking. Ha ha! Fuck's sake, must be fucking mental. How can they hear me? Fuck's sake. That's laughable, isn't it, tactically? Yeah, I know they can't hear me because I've got fucking ears. They must be fucking mental cases. Imagine, I'll feel for you, fucking tactical. That's fucking fucked. Fucking hell. Ah, sounds good. Wolf said, how new are they? Like, not really new. But I never realised until recently that there's a turd in Saturday. Yeah, I think I noticed that one because I often say it in my head now as Sat Turd Day. But it don't sound right because Saturdays aren't really a turd day, are they? Funky Prepper, you right, Darren? How you doing, mate? You doing one later? I might jump on yours for a bit. I'm having a drink though, so I may have to just leave when I finish mine. You all right, mate? If you ever see me wearing this shirt, this is my drinking shirt. I'm on the old vodka tonight. I sometimes have a Saturday drunk one. Oh, you doing 1 month? You changed your times now? Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. I think you'd get probably more viewers at an earlier time anyway. I'll tell you what, Friday night, Saturday nights are good, but they can be a little bit mental because obviously everyone's fucking, by this time, after people are pissed. That said, I used to hate anti-disestablishmentarianism. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, that's one of those sort of, why did someone even come up with that word? No diggity, Funky. Saying I like the Funky. Oh, Amazon. All right, Wolf said, cheers, mate. Oh, by the way, you lot, if you were subbed to Wolf said, you might need to re-sub to him because he's done a new channel. So, as far as I'm aware, if you were subbed to him, you might not be now. So, if you thought, why hadn't he done videos? He uploaded 2 today. What was the last video of mine you commented on, Wolf said? And I'll tell him to go to that because you can't click on people. Well, you can all search Wolf said, you'll find it. I may have to go for a slash in a minute. Orthodox Marxist, hello. Little Pigs, oh wow, Wikipedia has a gold star article on Grope Cunt Lane. Oh, I missed that. Apparently it's common road name in the Middle Ages. Nice. Timber said, I went out with a Chinese girl who described someone as a very bugger man. Just makes what does she mean by that? Fucking hell. Right. I need a piss. I would I'd put the intermission taking a piss video on, but I need to change the music on that because I got done for copyright last time I put that on. I'll put one of the ads on. We'll have a slash in a minute. Nico said, favourite weapon and why? Brass knuckles. I just always loved brass knuckles. They're illegal in this country now, and I don't have any anymore. But I had a massive collection of knuckle dusters, probably one of the biggest in this country at one point. And the fact that people used to call me on YouTube the king of the knuckle dusters. and I had a crown and everything. But they was made illegal. I had to get rid of them. Knuckle dusters. Right. Back in a minute. If you ever wanted to support this channel, here's how. Let's see if I can piss in 30 seconds. Oh no, I didn't get back in time. Gutted. Beat me. Still pretty quick though. If anyone ever wonders how I piss so quick, one, I do piss quick anyway, and two, I only have to take 2 steps out of my door and I'm in the toilet. Yeah, it's annoying, Funky. just proving to everyone. There's a little, like a piss take meme thing they do on here, like telling me to wash my hands. Yeah, well, you're doing it now, piss boy. It's normally everyone saying wash your hands. Yeah, I had a little clip where I put a video on saying it's a Monty Python piss take. It's the intermission from the Monty Python films. It's just taking a piss. But last time I put that on, I've got a copyright bloody thing for it. Rich said plot twist. Mike's original plan to just pissing in a bottle when the clip was played. Yeah. If I was still sat here. Funky said the amount of copyright shit I had on mine. Yes, it's fucking annoying, isn't it? It's not as bad as it used to be, though. Can you remember in the old days when they used to actually get really funny about it, make you take the videos down? At least most of the time now you can leave it on. Golden shower, if you like. You got to pay for it, though. Little picture. My favourite use of the C word in films is the casual use in Bruges. It's brutal use in The Exorcist. Do you know what she did, your cunting daughter? Yeah, that's in. I don't mind it said overly but it does loses its shock value if you say it too much. But it's still, I do like it being said quite a lot. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I think it loses its shock value a little bit. There's a good bit. There's a TV show called Snuffbox. And that has the word cunt in it twice. But in the DVD, for some reason, they bleep it out when Matt Berry says it. But in the bit where there's there's a lady about 80 looking at a identity parade. And she points at Rich Fulcher and says, "That's the cunt." And that's left in. But it's funnier and shocking because it's an old woman. Bunky said, "You can piss in a bucket under the table. No one will see it here." It'll be funny as fuck. Sadly, I've got like a box here, so although I could probably make a hole in that. There's a joke we talk about when we go in our summer house to drink and that. I call it our Wendy house because it used to be like a kid's Wendy house. But it was made, but it's a proper summer house. It's got internet, 2 sofas, TV, internet. But we often joke about getting a load of hose pipes with connectors, putting that on, and then you don't have to get up. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I was looking out there at my DVDs then. Everyone's comments are getting hidden. Pete, I said, in Shaun of the Dead, the line, "Can I get any of you cunts a drink?" cracks me up. It's how he says it. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. As I say, I like the word cunt. A lot of people don't. But yeah, I think it can be overused and then it loses a bit of its sort of mystique. Nico wants the golden shower still. Or was that from before? Also said, "Cheers for the shout out, Mike." Yeah, anytime, mate, anytime. especially when you've had to make a new channel. I know how difficult it is because people may think, "Oh, there's Wolf said I'm sub to him. Why haven't you been uploading?" And you know. Yeah, I'm going to play. I don't think Funky Pref has ever seen this one. I can play some clips on here, Funky. This is from a live stream. I've not got the whole thing, but this is one of our fellow live streamers. I don't know if you know Slingshot Warrior, do
you? That's what we call diarrhea.
That actual clip, the real clip of that, goes on for 3 minutes of him making noises like that.
That's what we call diarrhea.
He's not on tonight. He was on last night, annoying me all night. Nord, brah. Right, mate. You're drinking beer, watching your stream. Life is great. Nice one. Glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you're happy. And yeah, I'm on the vodka tonight. I don't drink a lot, but I'll probably drink all of that or most of it. But I get I feel it quite quick, if that makes sense. But then I'll drink all night. Litter Picker. I've never actually seen In Bruges. That's Colin Farrell in it, and it's not Brendan Gleeson. It's the other bloke. Can't remember his name now. It's not him, but it's a similar sort of actor. Funky, actually, Darren, if you ever wanted to, if you're on, I won't do it tonight because I'm a bit drunk. This app thing that I'm on, you can actually have guests come on, and you could actually come on video and talk as well if you wanted to. Yeah, I've never seen In Bruges yet. I've got up there. I got fucking tons of gangster films. I love the old gangster films, but yeah, that's one of. I'll tell you what. I wasn't a fan of Colin Farrell for quite a while, but I don't mind him now. Yeah, quite often. You could always come on here, Funky, any day of the week. Yeah, sometimes I'll do like a joint one where people can join. What I do, you don't have to download anything either. I just send you a link. You click the link and it lets you on here. But yeah, not tonight, sadly. I won't be on for that much longer anyway. It depends. Sam, you right, mate? Zed said, just in case you're missing his presence, and you're making a slingshot rifle. He gave up on that. It's the steel reinforced I can't really call it now. Now I'll tell you what this is, Darren. This is StreamYard. It's totally web based, like web browser based. So you wouldn't actually need to download anything, depending on what you stream on. I think on a phone it works better if you're on Google Chrome or whatever. But on a computer, you could be on any web browser. I'll just send you the link, and you don't have to download anything to use it or join it. And you can have like 6 people on at a time. It's pretty good. And it allows you to do these clips as well. Like, here's another one. So if someone donated, I should have played this earlier because I think someone did, didn't they? If someone donated, you can put something like this on. Or if you've got a load of trolls on, you can do this.
What, are you retarded?
Yeah, StreamYard says it up there. See it up there? Steel reinforced staff. That's it. I couldn't think. Said, yeah, and the roofing axe. I think he's given up on that, Rich, because I did the axe. Peter said, which channel is Wolf said current one? I subbed to the one of the recent videos. That's probably it. Peter, because I think he actually got rid of the old one completely. Tactical Tech, and he invented Metal Ferals last night. Exactly. I love how I called him out on that, and so did Rich. I've got quite a few videos on here. If someone's just bought something new, I can do this one.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
And then if we ever get a conversation where I don't want to talk about it anymore, I've got this one.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to... Please, stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Sometimes we have conversations that I don't want to do anymore. But yeah, it's quite a good, when you set it up, it's quite good. And it's totally free. The only limit is, yeah, Brian Blessed is great. The only limit is if you do the free account, you have to have the logo in the corner and you can only do a certain amount of hours, you know, but I've never gone over the limit before. But it is good if you ever wanted someone to join you on a live stream. StreamYard is good for not having to have anything downloaded or anything. Yeah, you can tell I like Brian Blessing because he's very good for his little punchy one-liners. He's great. But yeah, Peter, if you watched the video, I'll tell you what it is, Peter. Wolf said doesn't have all of his old videos are gone anyway. So if you've subscribed to him, that's his new one. Well, so yeah, Hawkman dies, yeah. That's right, Darren. Anytime, mate. Anytime. Now, I know these old live streams can be a bit of a rigmarole at first. Till you get used to them. I noticed you got some mods now, so you sorted some mods out, didn't you? I went on one of your live streams for a little bit just before I went to bed, because when you was doing the later ones, normally I'd be going to bed about that. Well, not going to bed, but I've got 12 o'clock. I normally start watching some DVDs I've got till about 3 o'clock in the morning. So, but yeah, StreamYard's quite, if you don't want to pay for something and you want it easy, StreamYard's good. Rich said you need a Filthy Frank clip where he says, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah, you shut the fuck up. Stop being a cunt. Child. I think I looked that up I'm sure I looked that up, Rich. Irishman said, Wolf said, and I was thinking of typing it. Little bit of shit. Completely forgot about Kick-Ass. 12-year-old Chloe Grace Moretz sticks a sword through a G and says, "Okay, you can see what you can do now." And how's that? How to use a power word. I like Kick-Ass. That's a great film. I've got that. I forgot about that. But that's perfect. Especially a kid saying it. An old woman saying it. A kid saying it. Especially when she's done something like that. Yeah. That's a great use of the word. And I say, I think you can overuse it and it loses its shock value. Oh, Peugeot's on. You all right, mate? How you doing? You've missed a good bit. I've got my drinking shirt on, so you know it's business tonight. Also, is that from Halloween film that had nothing to do with? Yes, it is. Yes, Wilson. Yeah, that's Halloween 3, the one that ain't got nothing to do with Michael Myers. That's it. But I used to play. I've got it on my phone as like an audio thing. Yeah. Funky said, "Yeah, I had to set it all up on my laptop. Just getting practice on my phone. Mod's all good now. I'll tell you what, Funky, it's a lot easier to do on a computer. The phones are all right, but trying to read the comments is a fucking pain in the ass on a phone because they only pop up for a little bit and then they disappear. Yeah, you'll be much better on a laptop." Little Picker said, "You should see In Bruges. I'll tell you what, if someone can message me about In Bruges, I'll fucking buy it tonight on DVD. Because you should be able to get that for like £2. But someone will have to message me. Otherwise, I won't remember." Simon said, "Evening, Mike. Only just managed to watch." And you put a smile on my face already. Nice one, mate. Nice one, Simon. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you on. John Page, you right, mate? I'll try and stay on a little bit later tonight. I will be getting a message at a certain time. I might have to go off at 12. The problem is I make so much noise, I keep people awake, so I have to go off. But I might be able to do a little bit later. Thank you, Stug. I appreciate that. I'll go on eBay and I'll get it second hand off a fucking Music Magpie, so it's £2. Yeah. I don't mind doing that. I don't make a habit of buying films while I'm drunk, though. Because it's a fucking surprise when you get a DVD 4 days later. You're not like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? I can't remember buying that. That's what you don't ever want to do, the old drunk shopping. Fuck that. I've watched Liam do drunk shopping and buy a £700 gun. You start to sit there telling him to stop. When I say Liam, I mean weapons and stuff. 93. He's not on tonight because he's had to go out. He's someone's designated driver tonight. Touchman, what's red and sweaty and keeps you entertained? WC. Fuck's sake. Nico said hot curried doubt fez cause no RW. That don't mean nothing to me. That just went straight over my head, sadly. Zed said, don't forget to do the bedtime story things. Stug, I hope you're all at work sending all these messages. You've got to do one more about the bedtime stories if you haven't already. Stug's there and his keep tonight. That's it. Wolf said, Season of the Witch. Halloween 3, Seasons of the Witch. Nothing to do with Michael Myers. The bloke who made it, he did say he wished he never called it Halloween 3 because it don't make no sense. I tell you what, years ago I used to hate it because it I didn't used to like it because it wasn't Michael Myers' film. But if you watch Halloween 3 in its own right, ignore it's called Halloween 3. Just imagine it's called Season of the Witch. And watch it in its own right, and it's actually quite a good horror film. Nico, I have no idea what you're writing, mate. Oh, you're on the vodka. All right. Predictive murder. I'm assuming you mean predictive text, whatever. John said, got any advice for streaming sites? I'll be honest with you, mate, John, I don't really know. All I know is YouTube works quite well. Twitch works quite well. This thing, StreamYard, will let you stream to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook without no setup. Apart from, well, a little bit of setup. You just have to allow your accounts. And you get a lot of stuff you can do on here with nothing. You don't have to download anything. Just make an account, basically. To join the chat, you don't have to do nothing. Little sick, but the line is somehow much funny if you don't understand it. What is that, Little Picker? I don't know what. All right, that one's going to have to just go over. So, by the way, I started to watch Freddy vs. Jason. I lasted half an hour before I got bored. I thought that wasn't terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. There's worse Friday the 13th films, put it that way. That said, what's old and wrinkly and bans trolls said, don't. You know that mods can put fellow mods in timeouts, don't you? Fuck's sake. Percio said, Greedy versus Jason was still better than Jason X. I know you mean Freddy. Weirdly enough, I don't mind Jason X. I know loads of people hate that. I like Jason X because of how weird it is. Right, getting a phone call. I told her to bloody message me, not ring me. Hello? Oh, no, it's all right. Yeah? All right. Yeah, bye. Bye. 12:30. You got me for nearly another hour. I wanted her to message me so I didn't have to talk on the phone in front of people. That was my poor old mother duck saying that she's got to bed at 12:30. Because I can't be quiet, I have to well, actually, I'll still remind me at 12 o'clock. I'll still have to be reasonably quiet because there are still other people in the room next to me asleep. So I'll still have to be quiet at 12 anyway. It's just what that one night I made so much noise. She went fucking mental, didn't she? You're off, Rich. Good night, mate. Did you really, Tactical? Nice one. At least you want. Oh, what do you mean the swearing time? Not tonight. I thought that was pure vodka a second then. It was quite strong though. Problem is, the more drunk I get, the more stronger it goes. Yeah, good night, Rich. Good having you on, mate. I'll probably see you Monday night on Twitch because I know you're on there most nights, aren't you? Funky said, put her on speaker next time. No, she'd hate that. But no, one of the times when it was hot and I had the window open and I was so drunk I must have been sort of shouting. And she rang me up and was swearing down the phone. And as Tactical said, she could hear me. That's what happens when you live in a house with about 6 people. Little Pig said, lol, I made 2 consecutive posts, Mike. You were looking too hard. This was going to be the first thing I typed for ages, which didn't contain the word cunt or fuck. But I've blown it now. Fuck's sake. That said, another hour. I'll need some coffee then. Well, about how long? About 50 minutes. You got about 50 minutes, said. Making you lot work hard tonight. Oh, no, heard every word tonight. She don't like talking to me when I'm drunk, so it's quite quick. Because I even thought when I acted like surprised, I thought, oh, she probably had enough already. Not acted surprised, I was surprised. But Don said you should move down to the workshop. It's nearly summer. I've been thinking about something like that. I have to get myself some little caravan, park it. Well, I could go and sit in the Wendy house, but that's normally occupied. When I say the Wendy house, it's the summer house thing. But if I'm not in the mood for sitting with people, I've got nowhere to go. But if I had a little caravan, I even thought about a cheap car. Park that in just fucking put it in the garden in the corner. You could sit in that and live stream. That's never going to happen, by the way. But it was like an option if it ever came to it. How's you right, mate? Yeah. Hello. What film do you reckon I should watch later? I'm leaning towards With Lane and I at the minute. I'm going to watch one of these. They're both funny. It's just that's proper comedy. That's dark comedy, but fucking hilarious and quite relatable for me. Dactyls, yeah, I hang up on my mum all the time. only as she's what is PAYG? I then ring her back. Oh, I get yeah, like she's What do you mean she's paying? Then I ring her back. Save her credit. I'll pay as you go. So I get you now. It's all right. Pay as you go. Yeah, nice. I'm pay as you go. Pay as you go on there. How I said, absolutely joke Amazon can be. God almighty. Ordered an off panel number 5 for EDC. Right, waiting for some more. Waiting for the rest of his comment now. Pete said the kitchen in With No Lie is pretty much like mine. I'm going to pay a bit of attention to that later. I fucking love With No Lie. Such a hilarious film. But good, it's poignant as well. And the fact that it's based on real events as well. Also, I love With No Lie. I laugh out loud when they're trying to kill the chicken and they say, just imagine it with bacon across his back. That's great. I forgot about that. John said, Facebook old caravans, Facebook or eBay. Are always on there for free. Yeah, you probably get one for free. Exactly. Good idea. I probably won't do it anyway. But I was thinking about it if I ever wanted to sit out in the garden, but not with other people. Sorry, I ordered it on the 19th via Prime anyway. Said it would be delivered by today, 10 p.m. So just wait, it doesn't come. That is a very annoying when you're waiting for shit like that. I would have liked Merlin Archery to tell me my crossbow was being sent, but they never did. I don't think they do. It's weird how many big companies say, got your order, and then nothing else. They say nothing else at all. Just sit there fucking waiting. Tactical, do you reckon we'll get a confirmation thing, or do you reckon we'll just get the crossbow on like Monday or something? Because I've had no other emails. I'm asking Tactical because he bought the same crossbow on the same night as me. I've already asked what everyone's doing tomorrow, haven't I? Most of you said nothing. Also, it'd be nice if we can get some air mags for it. Some webs, right? So on Merlin Archery, they don't do the spare mags, but I noticed there's some foreign websites that do. So I reckon eventually Merlin Archery probably will, and I reckon they'll be cheap as fuck because 76 quid for a redback with a magazine. Or some places sell the redback with the sight for 60 quid, 70 quid. I've got a feeling though, yeah, it's gonna be interchangeable magazine. So you shoot your 5, take it off, put your next one on. Yeah, I think that's how they've designed it, but I'm not 100% sure till I get it. Peter said Amazon, the driver is 2 stops away. Arrives 10 hours later. Dave, did you order one as well? You got the RX coming as well. That's what email says they will send tracking details as soon as it's posted. Right. Yeah. Also, does it take zombie bolts or right? As far as I'm aware, it will only shoot. The bolts you get with the Horizon Redback. Those plastic ones. I think it'll only shoot those. But I've already thought about it, and I think I could make some ABS and aluminium bolts that you could change the tips on. That's I saw a British website today, 34 quid. Nice. Yeah, did you? What? Yeah. Yeah, no. You have to send me a link to that, Tactical. Nico's trying, but it ain't quite working. Has said anyway, Mike. How's your day been? It's been all right actually. It's not been bad. Bit of a nothing day. But I did sharpen up my smash it, and I had a little bit of a cut with it, which was quite satisfying. Because I'll be honest with you, some of those thicker blades, the reason I don't sharpen them every time, I sharpen them, but not proper sharp. Because they're a bit more difficult to sharp because of how thick they are with my shitty little belt grinder. But yeah, because I'd already done most of it, I just needed to bring the edge right to the edge. Ryan, you right, mate? Oh, that's just gone. I was just about to, well, hello, Ryan, anyway. Or you've been on all night anyway. Just don't comment for a while. So that's good to hear. Saw that video earlier. Cut pretty well. It did. The thicker blades never cut through those bottles as well as the thin blades. If you want to whip through but I'll tell you what, I don't know if this will surprise you or not, but Richard would know, I know Richard would know this, when I sharpen my knives, they're probably not even paper cutting sharp, but I sharpen them just enough that they'll be perfect for bottle cutting. And they'll cut fucking flesh like nothing. But they're probably not bottle cutting sharp. Ryan said, United Kingdom got no points. That don't surprise me, mate. That don't surprise me. Johnson, I've been looking for a camper van. What I can afford. What I can afford is a moped. I've really been on the back. That's a shame, John. It's a nightmare, though, isn't it? Thing is, what you get, you could get you probably could get a really cheap one, but then it costs a lot to sort of sort it out, doesn't it? You can do some really nice ones if you're that way inclined. I wouldn't. I'll probably make a camper van one day. I'll probably live in one day. The rate I'm going. Well, it depends where I'm prepared to live. You see, because a bloke like me, when I can't live in this house anymore, I'll probably have to live in a really shit part of our town, and I'd rather live in the woods than live in the biggest fucking shit tip area going. I'd rather live in the woods, but live in the centre of that with all the cunts. Or in a van. You know what I mean? But Ryan, that don't surprise me. But who won the European Thong Contest? That's what I want to know. Sam said I'd rather live in the woods. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would. You imagine it, but that's what happens to people like me because I'm a single bloke. They would put me in, they'd put me in some fucking place right in the middle of the real shittest area of town, full of all the druggies and cunts, and yeah. So I'm prepared for that. That's what would happen if I let the council choose somewhere for me to live. You know what I mean? Italy won, did they? Persia. Getting dry lips. I'm gonna have to put a bit of lip salt on my, not lip salt, Vaseline on my lips. Tell I'm drunk because I normally go off camera to do that. Because I know you lot. Well said, come and live in my manor, Mike. I need a on-site bowl maker. Do you know what? Actually, saying that, Will said, there are actually quite a few people who probably would do something like that for me, and I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I'd rather my neighbourhood live in. Yeah, I'd rather my neighbour live in the woods. But yeah, I say about that. Luckily, there probably are quite a few people who would say, yeah, we'd put you up for the night, mate. I have got a driving license. I could probably drive, spend a week at one place, spend a week at another place, just keep going around that. Bolt maker for hire. That'd be good. I've just got to plug my little belt sander in on my way. Ryan said I couldn't carry one when Finland pulled out the Lordy card. That was the only Eurovision I paid attention. Exactly. I think that's the only one anyone paid attention to in modern times. Well said, you're welcome anytime at my time. You're welcome at mine anytime, bro. Woods are just our back gate. Cheers, mate. CM said living in the woods is fun though. If it's somewhere people don't go, then no rules and can do what you want. Exactly. Yeah. As long as you can get your basics, as long as you can get water easily and all that. But yeah. I'm not gonna live in my I'm not gonna be forced to live in my shit fucking local town with all the fucking nuts. Because the problem is if I have to live with nutters and freak shows, I'll probably end up in prison. That said, when Rona's over, mate, get your ass up to Geordie land. First punch on me. Thank you, Chad. No, that's what I mean, though. I know a lot of you would definitely welcome me. For I appreciate that. Sometimes steel containers are not expensive. The problem is finding land where you're welcome and legal. That's it. That's the thing, isn't it? Simon. Funky did absolutely, mate. Time in the woods is awesome and bloody good for you too. Exactly. Yeah, do some hunting as well. And that Saint said, "Oh, mate, just lost 50 quid on the old poker." You didn't, did you? I only lost a fiver on mine. I can't afford to be putting 50 quid on poker. Unlucky though, mate. Ryan said, "Right, I've been silent during this stream, but now I need to take it. Safe, everyone." Sorry, struggling to read that. Keep drinking. See you later, Ryan. Basically, also said Aqua Quest Tarp Sawyer Mini Water Filter, 4-season bag, and you're good to go. Ryan said, "Right, I've been silent during this stream, but now I need to go. Take it safe, everyone. Keep the drink flowing." There you go. I got it in the end. So I said, Mike in a camper van. No, a camper Arctic more like. Well, that's the thing, Zen. I wouldn't actually be able to, would I? I would have. That's partly why I made that great big box. So if I ever have to, it won't fit all of it though. I'll probably have to make another one. I'm gonna have to make them, put them on fucking wheels, because it would have to be took around someone else's ass. Because sadly, you wouldn't be able to. Imagine if you got stopped by the police. You'd get done for it, wouldn't you? Yeah. It'd be carrying about 100. No, I don't know. Carrying about 300 offensive weapons. But yeah, if it was legal, I would literally have a fucking Arctic. It'd just be this room in an Arctic, basically, but longer, and it'd probably have a bar down the end. I'd have to pay. If I won the lottery, that's probably what I'd do. Come visit people in the Arctic. You'd jump in the back, and it'd be decked out like this. Except it'd have a bar and that at the back. We'd pay for a driver to drive me round, so I don't get done for drink driving. CM said, "Let me just carry the guns and knives and crossbows down the street. Nothing dodgy." Yeah, that's it. That's partly what that box is for. If I have to go somewhere else, I'll put it all in that box. It's so heavy, you wouldn't be able to fucking pick the fucking thing up. I had to make sure that wasn't pure vodka then. Alex said, when that little bit goes in another moderate handle this. I will say though, poker is fucking fun game. It is. I do like poker. I do enjoy poker. It's the only card game that I properly enjoy when you're gambling, because there's a little bit of it's a mix of luck and skill, because some card games are just pure luck, really. So yeah, so police wouldn't even know where to start. You had some cat and all that fucking. I'd definitely be in the papers. It's gone all quiet. I wasn't zoning out there. I may have to have a slash in a minute. Shall I put the merchandise ad on? Oh, there's some new merch as well. If you want pint glasses, you can get a pint glass with WeaponCollector logo on it now. This one. That wasn't my breasts. I like poker, but I hate the smell of sticky fingers. Not sorry. Right. Back in a minute. Get your merchandise in, motherfuckers. No, I didn't get back in time again. And I got to wash my fucking hands. I'm running out of fucking hand sanitizer. Thong merch. They don't actually do thongs on there, sadly. If they ever do, I'll make some. Great big WeaponCollector on the front of it. What do you reckon? I reckon that would be the perfect thing for the front of the thong. I'll do a new one doing that. Funky, so I like that idea, Mike. I've had a lot to ask me about merch. Wouldn't know where to start. I'll tell you what, quite another easy way to do it is doing it through. It used to be called Teespring. I think they call it Spring now, spring.com. But what it is, it's a lot easier. You set up, you get your picture, and then that's the hardest bit. You might have to get someone to do the picture for you so it's transparent. And then you just go on there and you pick a t-shirt and then you just put the image, select the image, put it on it, and it does it all for you. And also, you don't have to have anything printed out. All of my merchandise is... So when someone buys it, they go to Teespring, buy it, and then Teespring prints it. So you don't have a load of merchandise that you've had to pay money for. And then what you do, you set the price, and then you get, say if it's 15 quid, you may only get like 4 quid out of that, but you haven't actually had to buy the merchandise to sell it on. It's quite a good thing. Doing the merchandise is quite good. I don't sell loads, but I have, people do buy the mugs and that and the t-shirts. Alex Saint said, yeah, blackjack or any of those games are pure luck, which makes the game shit. Simon said, poker is luck, but you can push it. There's a little bit of skill, and I think the more people know how to play poker, the more you can bluff and shit. But you can't bluff someone who don't know how to play poker because they don't understand that. Stokes said playing cards would be cool as fuck. I'm still looking into something that can do them. Alex, I can actually do the crop tops. I actually can do those. I've just never done it because I didn't think anyone would be interested. I'm going to set up. There's a couple of people who want kids' clothes with weapon collector stuff. I think there's tights on there. There's tights on there, or leggings, anyway. You can do crop tops, 100%. That's vodka, isn't it? Yeah. As in pure vodka. Sober enough to know that. Yeah, Wolf said, I shot myself with a red back t-shirt. Yeah, spring.com, I think it's called now. Used to be called Teespring. There's quite a few websites like that. I'll tell you what else you can do with Teespring, Funky. You can integrate it. I can't do it because I'm demonetized. But you can integrate Teespring so that it does like a banner underneath your videos. It's really good setup if you've got full monetization. I got fucked over. I got no monetization now. That's why I have to do things like that and the donation stuff. Stug said you could make a few decks and give them away for a raffle. Good idea, Stug. Yeah, the spring. It used to. I'll keep calling it Teespring, but it's called Spring now. Yeah, it's a reasonably easy way to do it, and it integrates into YouTube itself. I got demonetized. It was my own fault, but I didn't realize I was doing anything wrong at the time. I've been demonetized from about 2 years into YouTube, early on anyway. I've never had a penny from actual YouTube. All right. There was an American bloke who used to have a habit of always telling people to don't forget to click the ads before you go. He'd say, spread the money, love, before you go. Right. And loads of us started copying him. So I would say, don't forget to click the link before you go, not realizing that's a fucking proper no-no. And then about 20 channels or more, I reckon it was more than that, who was all doing it. The day before they got paid from AdSense, got a message saying you've broken the rules of Google AdSense and you've been chucked off and you're not getting paid, and you're not getting paid any of the money that you've earned either. So yeah, and they never let me appeal it. So, and I've appealed it a couple of times, saying I've deleted all the videos where I said it. I'll never do it again, But yeah, I don't know. I did do something that broke their rules, but you think they would at least give you a warning, right, Nate? No warning at all. It was just right. That's it. You banned. And the thing is, I had 7,000 subscribers at the time, so I didn't want to do a new channel. Monkey said, that's well harsh, mate. I would appeal that. Probably be okay now. I've a lot of people have said to me that it might be worth trying again now. Now I've got like over 30,000. You know, they may come around to it. Tactical, by the way, I am going to look at my Twitter. I'm just getting around to it. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it, Funky? They're very, very harsh, but yeah, not a lot I can do. To be honest, the way they are with ads nowadays, I sometimes feel I'm slightly better off because I don't have so much restrictions. Yeah, I think I'll try again soon. Wolf said. He said you got nothing to lose trying. Exactly. CM said I like to integrate it, but sadly you need. Oh, do you need 10Ks? I didn't know that. You need 8,612 to go. Alex said, not gonna lie, I'd love to see a weapon. The lighter. If that was a thing to do. Back sake, Tactical's got a weapon at the pint glass. That came quick. Fuck's sake. Oh, there you go. He's supporting me. Fuck's sake. What you fucking blue permanent marker? Has said, Mike, quick question. Looking at whetstone for sharpening, what grit would you recommend for touching blades back up? I'll be honest with you, sadly, I'm not much of an expert on that. If you want to touch an edge up, though, you want something, I'd say 600 or 800 or higher. 600 or 800, I think that's still for taking metal away, if that makes sense. If you want to touch something up, you want it very fine. Higher than 800, put it that way. But I'm not an expert on shit like that, sadly. Sam said, where did you buy that from Wish? I have got WeaponCollector. Ceramic. That's perfect. Funky. He said a ceramic rod. Jim said, Dan says, can you unban his account? Which Dan was it? I'll tell you what, I don't normally do this, but if you email me, I'll show you the email here. Email me. There's the email there. Which banner's still on? Don't forget to like. Where's that? Email me, and then if it's someone who hasn't actually done anything, I will unblock him. I'm unaware of that one being stopped tonight, Jim. Alex at 600 will slowly grind away the metal. I'd recommend 800 for touching up, 1,000 for polishing. That's what I'd say about Alex. Yeah, I don't know, but I know with the ones I use are something like 200, 300, 400, 600, something like that, and that's what I use for just getting an edge. And then I go to a whetstone and sometimes just wet dry sandpaper, or better than nothing. That's a fuck's sake, can't get off the glass now. That'll teach me. Fuck's sake. Yeah, read this one if you want to support the channel. I don't think I've got a video for that one. Or have I? No, I haven't. Jim said also with a whetstone that could be risky because it can ruin your blade. I'll be honest with you, I'm no expert on sharpening. I don't even get I've got no interest in it. I don't want knives that are so sharp that if it accidentally touches you, it cuts you down to the bone. I genuinely think you can have knives that are too sharp. unless you're using a knife every day and it's your work, like a butcher. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. This is how I think about it. I don't need a knife that's so sharp because I just don't use them. You know, I have a knife in my pocket every day. It doesn't need to be that sharp. If you're a butcher, you do. But also, a lot of the times when you have them really sharp, they don't last. You're sharpening it to keep a knife really sharp, you have to sharpen it every day, pretty much. As soon as you use it, you have to sharpen it again. But yeah, most of the stuff you see in my videos is just under even paper cutting sharp, because I don't feel I ever need anything sharper than that. Alex Saint said, not going to lie, I would like to play a game of poker with you, but don't feel like taking your money. Who knows? We'll have to see one day. I don't blame you, Zed. Not one bit. What does Zed say? Can't even see his comment there. Oh, that part I shouldn't laugh about that, but oh, the glass. Also, just get a more of a Scandi grind. Easy to keep. Yeah, that is an easy one to maintain, and they are sharp. But yeah, I don't personally. I've never felt the need to have really, really, really sharp knives. Personally, I know loads of people on YouTube who love having extremely sharp knives, and that's down to them. That's what they want. I don't ever see the need for it. Jim said, I can see why a lot of people get Swiss Army knives. Swiss Army knives are good for what they are. It's a nice, non-threatening legal carry knife in the UK. That's it, Nico. Yeah, legal carry. Got to be quiet now. Just staring at the chat, see when someone's going to write something. So I said the thing is, the sharper the edge, the thinner it is, the weaker it is. Well, that's it. That's what I mean. Yeah, it just you're sharpening it. As I say, it's a personal preference thing, but I don't ever feel the need for it for my knives. Frankie said, I like one-handed opening blades, especially cold steel. I'll have to recon one stuff. I've never had one of them, Frankie, but where's my this is my indoor EDC. This was bought for me by Z Not Z, actually. The old cold steel Pro Light. And you can see by the dirt on that how used that is. I use this all the time. In fact, I was using this when I made that walking stick I made recently. That's a well-used knife, that is. But that's getting reasonably blunt now, but it's still sharp enough to use. That wouldn't be paper cutting sharp now. No way. You know, but it still works. I like the old cold steel stuff. I've only ever been bought it as a gift, though. So it's a paper cutting sharp is enough for normal use. It is. And even then, I don't think you even need it paper cutting sharp most of the time. But I think paper cutting sharp is enough for most jobs, isn't it, Zed? You're right there. Alex said, if anything, I thought the UK would ban Rambo knives as they're extremely scary looking. Never thought the UK would ban an innocent green knife. I know, it's bizarre, isn't it? Jim said it's not as if you're going to need a Bowie knife, because in England there's no massive deserts. In England, we don't really have many animals that can kill us. So I'm going to sharpen the knife every time I need to cut the meat and veg. Well, that's if you're using it for something. Sure, I'm getting a funny nose. I get sometimes my nose gets a bit weird when I'm drinking. I don't know if it's because it's opening my. When I get drunk, I sometimes wonder if it's opening my sinuses. What was I saying? If you're using a knife every day for meat prep, yeah, perfect. But as usual, I carry 2 different blades with different levels of sharpness. Don't need to be at a shave. I'll just cut the sellotape to open the box. Exactly. But I totally understand people who want very sharp knives. It's just for me personally, I've never ever felt the need for it. Because I used to sharpen my opener all the time, but got fed up with doing it. Now I only sharpen it now and then. There's no real difference. As I say, if you're a butcher or someone who uses a knife every day for their job, you need to maintain a decent sharpness of your blades if it's part of your job. But you know, I probably use this, you know, at least maybe not every day, but I could definitely do a sharpen there. But I ain't gonna because it doesn't really need it. Alex said I was going to sharpen my AK bayonet and use it for hunting, but couldn't be asked. As said, glad I've got a discussion about blade sharpness and all that. Well, that's the thing. I don't mind what we talk about. If someone starts a conversation and that takes off, that's great. I like that. Just some of the conversations take, some don't. Yeah. Nico said he was nearly a butcher. It's hard though because he's vegan. For fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to have to go off in 15 minutes, so just be aware of that. I'm going to see which one of these films is longest. I may have changed my mind now. I might watch Napoleon Dynamite because I've not seen that as many times. I'm slightly in the mood for proper comedy. You know what I mean? Jim said, what do you think of Planet of the Apes trilogy? I don't mind them. I don't mind. You're not laughing at. What's all the lols about? Where did that come from? What did I say? I say something weird about realising. Where am I? Oh, Alexander's still waiting for the politics stream. That's never going to happen. Thing is, I once did a video saying, right, today's the day you can all do your politics talk. Luckily, all of the people said no. And but annoyingly, the one person who always brought up politics that night said, oh no, I don't fancy talking about it. And that actually pissed me off slightly because that proved to me that the person who'd been doing it all the time was just to piss me off. Because as soon as I said, right, tonight you can talk about politics, they didn't want me. Oh, the vegan butcher, Funky. I wondered because everyone's laughing. I wondered what was going on. I thought I'd said something. Honestly, that's why I love hopping on here after a day's done. There's always interaction, whether it be other subs or you, Mike. Always a great crack. And that's why I enjoy it. Because, yeah, they're good, aren't they? It's good laugh on here. You sort of talk about anything you want to a degree. And I try to keep it light for mine. No subject. This is like your Friday night pub almost. You know what I mean? Get away from all the shit. Funky said I asked the butcher if they had any vegan sausages once. Fuck me, should see her face. Yeah, I bet a butcher would hate that. Fuck's sake. Jim said, Mike, do you support the Green Party? I don't support any parties, right? My drinking party is about the only party I support. And actually, no, mate, I'm dead serious. I want to talk about Big Daddy Boris. For fuck's sake. Ain't gonna happen. Not on mine, anyway. Liam, I know you're joking anyway, but Liam will do a bit of a politics stuff because the thing is, though, in all honesty, I don't even watch the news anymore because of how fucking depressing it is. So I can't actually answer you, even if I wanted to. That's good. Best night doing the pub since 2019. I think the best pub simulation we ever did was the one when I actually had the pub signs on there, and we had all 6 of us, and Liam drank so much he puked. That was the best one, wasn't it? Tom said, I remember the surgeon saying my job would be a lot easier if knives didn't have a point instead of a rounded like a butter knife. Peter said, you're not missing out much anything, not watching the news. I don't watch it. It's when I used to watch the news, I used to find it so depressing and scaremongering, it used to do my head in. So, I still know what news is going on, but I've not watched a whole episode of the news for getting on for probably over 10 years now, and I feel better for it. Yeah, same here. No TV at all since Mum died last April last year. It's all bollocks, mate. We have a good community online without idiots on TV. Exactly, Funky. Sorry to hear that, mate, by the way. Funnily enough, my dad died last April, so I know exactly where you're coming from there. Yeah, sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah, my dad died 10th of April, 2020. Lung cancer. Yeah. Yeah, so I know where you come from there. Yeah, I've fucked the fucking news, man. It just fucking does your head in. It's not worth it. Because most of it is just scaremongering. Deliberately to do your head in. Yeah, bloody hell, funky, that's strange. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Because as I say, I know exactly what that feels like. Tactical said that was an epic night when your twin bro came on the stream. Yeah. Tactical came on dressed as me. Rex said classic Liam. Yeah. Liam sort of not slyly, but secretly puked. I don't think you would have seen that one, Funky. We did a live stream where there were 6 people on here and we was all drinking. And at one time, weapons and stuff, he drank so much fucking, I can't remember what he was drinking, spirits. He was slumped in his chair like this. And he sort of puked. I shouldn't be saying that because I always say what happens on the drunk streams stays on the drunk streams. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind me mentioning it. It was a hell of an event, though. Percy said that was a great night. My mum and my brother still go on about it now. The Peach was just stood there doing this all night. They said he looked like a psychopath because he wasn't saying anything. He was just picking up a knife, going like this, putting it down, getting another knife. I said, Peach is actually a really nice bloke. But to an outsider, it looked like a nutter. That said, the news is all about Harry Hewitt and the third-rate actress at the moment, so who really gives a fuck? Exactly. The news is there to give you stuff to worry about. Exactly. I feel so much better without the news. Like I always say, if you want to watch the news, watch it. I'm not going to judge you. But me personally, I found it used to do my head in. Jim said, news article online are worse for fear-mongering. Yeah. The only news, I do know the basic news. Most of the news I see is when I go onto my AOL. You see news everywhere anyway. I don't think you need to even watch the news to know the news. Started. Luckily, people on his Discord didn't know about it. Didn't they ever know about that? Right, so yeah, because some of the Discord lot are bloody they like make memes about him, don't they? Bojo said, I only watch the news to see what the weather is going to be. Wolf said there is no news now, only state news. Yeah, exactly. But it's just fucking. If you watch your local news, it's just depressing. It's just someone got stabbed. At one point, I noticed there's weird trends with the news. I won't go on about this too much before we'll try and do something funny before we leave. But I noticed at one point on the news, there's weird trends. At one point, they was trying to make you convinced that if you went outside your house, you was going to get stabbed by a gang of teenagers. What was the other ones? There's all the illness kind of things. We won't go on about that, though. And at one point, the news was obsessed with I joke about it, saying that the news was basically saying that basically the world was going to be taken over by foxes because they was constantly doing news articles of foxes going into people's houses and stealing people's babies and killing them. And it was like they was trying to scaremonger about foxes. It was just ridiculous. Some of the shit they come out with. Starg, weirdly enough, I was on Liam's Reddit the other day, but it seems to be sort of dead now. It's weird their obsession with him. Good for him, you know, but I used to find that really sort of strange. Like a crime wash, don't have nightmares. Yeah, all fear porn, exactly. Yeah. I've been known to quote that sometimes on here. Don't have nightmares, do sleep well. Because I wish my local news was that interesting. Would have been one decent murder all year. Oh God. But yeah, the news just fucking does your head in. It's not it's fucking bollocks, basically. Jim said, "Oh God, someone send up a fox has got into my house." No, but they used to have it on the papers. Used to have it as their frontline article. Fox goes into house, steals baby. Fucking hell! Why is that on the front page of a fucking national newspaper? They was at one point they was making out that if you lived in London, a fox is going to break into your house and kill your kids. Laughable bollocks. I'm still convinced to this day that what we call Granbo, the granny who shot the burglar with a crossbow, I believe that that's a bullshit story and that never happened. That's made up to try and contribute to the banning of crossbows. To this day, I believe that's not a real story. Look up Granbo. What's her name? Tactical Pirate might remember, or Zed might remember. Angie Rees, is it, or something like that? Oh, I can't remember her name. Granny Rambo. But yeah, I believe that was total bollocks, that story. And it was just to try and contribute to the banning of crossbows. Thanks. Remember Beatles About show, the old woman finds a UFO alien in her garden. She said, "Would you like a cup of tea?" Yes, I remember that. That's amazing. Nah, it's all good, Wolf said. I don't mind that. I don't mind a statement like that. That's just a statement. Yeah, good old Beatles About. It was good. I liked old Beatles About. That's a trying to remember local media. Thing about minks. They reckon one killed a German Shepherd. Yeah, total bollocks. That's impossible, isn't it? Yeah. Laughable shit, isn't it? They're laughable. Yeah, because it'd be good for us if more foxes came into people's houses. There'd be much less chance for a crossbow ban. Yeah, exactly. Right, I'll have to go off at exactly past. I'm not going to wait for another phone call. But funny, my brother-in-law and my sister had to go to the hospital today. I don't even know if they're back, but nothing bad. It's just he's got an infected finger and it's swelling up, and he's got a ring on it as well. So they may. I don't even know if they're back. They didn't go to the hospital till 9 o'clock. So yeah, I don't want to keep them away. As I said, Grambo, total bollocks story. The plobs found no sign of any blood and no one turned up in hospital with a bolt in the guts. Exactly. I'm convinced, Zed, and I'm not one of these who, says everything's bollocks, but there's something about that story that none of it rang true, did it? None of it rang true. even with the police involvement, they just sort of went, "Oh, no, it's all right. We'll just take that. We'll take that one crossbow off you. It's all right that you've got a machete and that on your table as well. We'll just take that crossbow off you." It just all seemed bollocks. Jeremy Beale had a massive penis, but then on the other hand, I love that. He was good though. Jeremy Beale was. He was good. I've got about 2 more minutes left before I go. We'll make the most of it. I've enjoyed tonight. It's been good. There's been a couple of trolls on, but the trolls get sort of shot down straight away anyway, so it don't matter. I've enjoyed all of tonight. There's been no because in all honesty, without being too rude, there are most of you lot who will know who I'm talking about. We do have a couple of regulars who are a bit, a bit fucking wind up idiots without even meaning to. But no, it's been good tonight. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of the streams anyway, but you know what I mean. It's just sometimes there's a couple of dicks who spoil it, but Jim said, but minks are a big problem. They slaughter chickens in people's back gardens. I don't think they're killing German shepherds though. Oh yeah, no, I don't even know what to say about that. Alex, did you see my last comment? I'm getting slightly drunk now, Alex. There's a petition going on right now for a woman trying to... Oh, yeah, no, I know about that. Yeah, I know about that woman. Yeah. Yeah, because her husband was killed with a crossbow and she was stabbed in the neck with a crossbow bolt. And across her head as well, I think. I can understand her mentality. I don't agree with it, but I can understand why she's doing it. But it's... A lot of people tend to blame... people blame the inanimate object rather than why didn't someone stop that fucking nutter breaking down a wall, sitting in their house trying to kill her? That's the more important thing. It's not the weapon. Because if he didn't have a crossbow, he could have had an axe, a kitchen knife, a blah 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 blah, all fucking 100 fucking line fucking list of shit he could have had. It wasn't the crossbow that hurt her. But I can understand her mentality with that. Says if the Beatle had done any of that nonsense with me, I'd have given him a good kicking. I'm surprised he never got one. Said I might actually watch a bit of Jeremy Beadle later. Chance of that are very slim though, because I forget I've even said it in 5 minutes. But it has been a very good stream, like sitting around the pub. Thank you, Pete. That's what I tried to make with these live streams. That's why some people say, "Oh, why can't we talk about this? Why can we talk about?" I want to have a laugh. I want you lot to sit here, have a laugh, and think that was just like sitting with my mates down the pub. You know what I mean? Not depressing. And even when we get a bit serious, I still try to keep it reasonably light. It's not worth the fucking bother. You want to enjoy yourself on a Friday and Saturday night, don't you? Right, I'm going to have to go now because it is 31 minutes past. I'm going to end up getting a phone call and be sworn at down the phone like we did last time. I appreciate your watching. In fact, I'll leave this one on because I haven't been over the top, have I? In my drunkenness, I'm reasonably, pissed, but reasonably sober. Yeah, thank you all. I appreciate it. It's been a really fun night tonight. I enjoyed it. I'm just going to quickly look through your comments where I go. I won't read them out though. Right, Rex, I'm just off, mate. Yeah, stop. No, I won't put the stop it on. I'll put an ad on. I'll tell you what, I'll put an ad on quickly while you all say goodnight to each other. So if you want to support me just before you go, right, I'm going to say goodnight when this thing ends. See you in about 30 seconds. Lord Flashshot, you're right. They wouldn't be trying to ban that shit. Yeah. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I've had an excellent night tonight. I'll see you next Friday and Saturday. And if you want to watch me in weekdays, join Twitch and you can watch me playing the game and have a chat. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later.